Hey.
Hey, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Apparently, we waited 20 minutes.
There were some shenanigans and conversations happening.
People had news, and
We were doing
forgot.
We were doing a little bit of a catch up. Ignore the wait. But hi, welcome.
I mean, we're worth the wait, I hope.
Up for
Rowan,
debate.
at the break, remind us that a scraper needs to go into a car.
I made a note. I did a good thing. I was gonna remind you. Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, but Nick can remind us too.
Thanks,
Alrighty.
friends.
Okay, I'm done being a pain in the butt. I'm done being a brat. I'm sorry.
Now you're good. You're valid. So, welcome back. It's been some time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. It's been some time both in terms of Andoria. We haven't been here since August of last year. But also,
Really? Wow.
yeah, the last stream was in August. I looked at it. I was like, God. Okay, well, sure.
What?
It's been some time. I rewatched all of our stream.
Holy crap.
I hate it. Don't ever listen to your own voice, kids. So welcome back. We are happy to see you. Happy to have you. Let me get into the actual introductions.
Yep.
Listen, I was stalling so I could pull it up. Anywho, hi, I'm Sid. I'll be
Okay,
your DM.
hi.
Shut up. Hi, I'm Sid. I'm not. You know what? Camera's away.
Oh, wait,
I'm
you know
not
what I
gonna
gotta
lie.
do? You know what I never did?
There we go.
Anywho, I'm Sid. Welcome to another episode of Andoria, the Element of Loss, presented by Thembos and Dragons. I'm Sid. I've said that 3 times now. Let's start with opening announcements. Thank you to our favorite goose and character artist, Mackie. Hi, Mackie. Mackie's screen. Mackie's art. I want it. I want it so bad. You don't understand how much I want it. Listen. I've been throwing money at Mackie for a bit now. I've got some commissions in the works. Not for this. Just for me. Thank you to Carly for our name tiles and the amazing Andoria logo, which I continue to love. You can check it out on screen. Thank you to our background artist, Lykel. And thank you to Champ Q for some of the awesome maps that'll be used today. Maybe. Who knows? And thank you to Arcane Anthems for the music present on stream. You can also find all of our artists' Twitter information and their Patreons in the chat. So go ahead and check those out. Lastly, thank you to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for watching, all of this happening. All of the... What just happened?
Holy crap, it's a lot of links.
Ignore. I don't know how that happened, but there's a lot of links in there. Things like that couldn't happen without you being here. Like weird links in the chat that I don't know how it did that. Or us flailing or like stalling for 20 minutes and not starting the stream because we're having a fun little catch up. We couldn't do all of that without you. Speaking of community, come join us. Hang out in the chat. Watch the stream. We love having you here. We also have donation abilities. For $1 or 100 bits, you can grant guidance or a +1 to a player's rolls. $3 to 300 bits, you can grant inspiration or a D6 to a player's rolls. And $10 or 1,000 bits, new character who dis, custom NPC for the stream. Also, if my angle looks weird, I've changed monitors and this one is significantly taller. It's looking down at me. My chair is at its highest height. I cannot make it taller, so this is the best you're gonna get.
That's acceptable.
I've tried. Listen, I can't stack things on my chair because that would be dangerous, and putting my chair on top of something I shouldn't do that. Otherwise,
I thought the phrase was be gay, be dangerous.
No, to other people, not yourself. But those are our opening announcements. Any shenanigans ahead of time?
We did 20 minutes of it.
We did do all of our shenanigans before the stream.
Yep.
Well, technically during the stream, to be fair.
And during. Yeah.
But we were having a good time.
Having a party?
Having a wild ride. Alrighty. Well, if that is the case, then we can just hop right on into it. Previously on Andoria. It's great to say that again. I know. Leaving behind the sights at Neptune, the underwater Cobalt City, the party enjoyed some of the relaxation that the sea brings, deciding to travel with Captain James Jackal and his crew on the ship known as the Rover King. The party had some romance blossoming between members of the crew. Baxter and Mace hit it off immediately. There were some private moments between Christale and Ysir in the lower brig. Pumpkin was able to. Your
Have you
last
been waiting 6 months to flirt?
Yes.
Yeah. My last
Oh,
note
no.
was,
I
Mace,
hope I don't
hopefully,
fall.
I hope I don't fall.
Oh no.
Pumpkin was able to engage with a couple of very trickstery and mischievous twins who stole an item, and the sealed away Captain Bordain, that the party had fought previously, was released upon the deck of the ship as a writhing sort of black ooze and mass of tendrils. And we ended on initiative. I don't believe if we rolled, I definitely don't remember.
Who the
It was
fuck
6 months
remembers?
ago.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Fantastic first roll for 6 months apart.
Oh,
Yeah, that's cocked.
that's not where you want a natural 20.
That's not where you want a natural 1.
Beautiful.
The D&D, thank you D&D Beyond for rolling me a natural 20 into what I'm sure will be my doom.
Yeah, probably. It's probably gonna be all our dooms. 5?
Alrighty.
To 22.
So 5 for Baxter.
It's Baxter's got a 5.
Baxter's got a 522.
I was
For you,
distracted
Pumpkin.
by Buff Wolf Lady.
You were on. So you were on deck. I'll
Yeah.
set the scene once we get to it. But and what was
I
yours,
was on a
Christale?
date.
1.
A 1. Just a flat 1.
I don't have any additions to my initiative.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
Do you have
buddy.
your proficiency added to it? Isn't that how that
I know.
works?
It's just your dex.
I don't
no.
have any dex mod to it.
I don't think
You
paladins
You,
get
you don't
that.
add. There's like a feat that you add your proficiency to it,
Mhm.
but usually it's just your dex modifier.
Nope.
So you can actually have a negative initiative.
So, not only am I reeling from the fact that Ysir teleported us to the above deck, he also. I felt queasy during that.
Mhm.
And then also, he said, "Oh, I should have been gentle." Think I'd forget that shit?
I did forget about. I forgot about that. Listen, there was a lot of things I watched today.
Listen, he goes, "Oh, I should have been more gentle," and they're just sitting there like,
Speaking of, let me roll that mints. And this, you guys are meant for each other. And that one.
"That one."
Oh.
Meant to be. Meant to be.
I forgot about this man. Let's see. That's a.
Are you both sharing the same brain cell?
Uh-huh.
More than likely.
So there was a moment where you both did that, and I mean, still it goes ahead of you, Baxter. So
That's great. Fuck you.
alrighty. So let's see. That would. I mean, Pumpkin, you're first. Obviously, with that up. Actually, I didn't. I need to roll.
Set the scene, please.
No, I won't. So the four of you, there is a massive sort of writhing black creature on the
Okay.
front. Pumpkin,
Yep.
I will say, Pumpkin, you're all at the deck now. You were one of the first ones up here. You were right in front of the explosion as it happened when the twins, Toshi and Nori, broke open the sealed container that you were storing the black ooze that was Captain Bordain. When you put it in
Okay.
there, it was a pretty normal sized jar, maybe about, say, this big or so. And it, you just sort of scooped in the remnants of the black ooze that remained. But as it spills out now, it is covering almost half of the deck. It is sort like a large
Does
creature.
anything seem to be like? Is there a form to it that seems like it's what should be attacked, or is it just a puddle of oil? Like,
So there's no form is a strong word. It
Okay.
technically has it is a solid creature, but it looks as if a sort of ooze is spilling out. It is reaching for people. So it's
Okay.
not it's
so
not
there
just
does
sitting
appear to
there.
be a base.
There is a base. So you can tell that there is a center. You don't see any eyes or mouth or anything like that. It is just black tar. But
That's
there
all
are
Pumpkin would look for is,
but there is a sort of
a base.
center, as if you can tell that there is something like holding it together in the center of it. But there are appendages sort of reaching out. Also, I need to roll initiative for this creature itself.
Double checking my.
Huh.
Do I have the ability to attack twice? I cannot recall. Manage character. I'm just quickly checking if I can attack twice. If not, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast, because why not?
You're valid.
Vacation, agonizing blast,
Eldritch
bursting blades. You can
Blast.
attack
Also,
twice
yeah,
with your
first.
yeah. Okay. So I will rush up to whatever this is because I'm smart. Summon my blade and strike twice. Check. No, where is actions? Attack. Ooh, that first one's probably gonna miss. 11.
An 11. If I'd been smart, I would have opened the stat block for this creature before the stream started. There it is. What was that? An 11?
11. Yeah,
That does not hit.
and a 25.
That definitely hits.
Okay.
If it were a different system, it
For
would crit.
11 points of damage.
Listen, it's been months. We're gonna have a little bit of a rocky
Listen.
restart heading into this.
It's gonna be a time. You said how many damage?
11 points
11.
of slashing.
Yep. So you slash into the creature. You manage to immediately cut off one of these smaller tendrils that's barely the size of a hand. And you don't hear any. It's not making the sort of noises as if it is a living creature. You don't hear screeches of pain. You don't hear any recoiling. You just see as if one of the tendril you cut off falls to the deck and then immediately starts sliding back towards the central ooze.
Okay.
But you
Alright
do
then.
manage to deal damage to it. And is that your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty, that does then take us to the creature itself. So it is spreading slowly across the deck as if something has poured it out and it is just sliding across. It does reach for you since you are the only person who's caused it any damage.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin. It is going to try and reach out towards you.
Oh, I forgot how to play this character so much. It's fine. We're
Yeah,
good.
I'm reading through all this blood hunter shit. I'm like, fuck.
Fair. Where does this? So many tabs open. What number is this? Does an 18 hit?
I'm gonna bonus action cast. Well, not bonus. Reaction cast shield and give myself 5 AC.
Okay. Which
That does
takes
not
you.
hit.
Which
Gives me 20.
Okay. So an 18 does not hit. It gets one more attack. Well, how about 7? Does a 7 hit?
No.
Alrighty. So it sort of slowly, the piece that you had cut off starts reattaching and then reaching up towards you, but it's just not ready to hit as it tries both of its attacks at you. Pumpkin, and then that it does not have bonus actions. That takes us to, when I look at initiative, Mace's turn. So Baxter, you and Mace were kind of sitting having a little bit of a dinner on the deck before an explosion of black tar sort of distracted you from that dinner date.
It's kind of killing the mood. Not gonna lie.
The fuck?
It is not fun for you. So Mace sort of, you see she stands up, looks at you and goes, "Don't worry, I got this." And then immediately just grabs, so the entire dinner she had an axe on her back. She just grabs it, pulls it out, and just starts running immediately, headfirst into the ooze.
Hot.
Perhaps not the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, please don't die, but hot.
I mean, I also did it, so yes, it's not the smartest thing to do.
Let's see. And she hits. So that is her stat block, which is plus 6.
We are prepared. You can see it in the way that we are doing this.
I have all of their stat blocks open. There's just so many creatures, so many people doing things and attacks. So she immediately like pulls out her axe, gets up from the table, runs over, slashes into it, cuts it, but her axe does get stuck in the goo as she just cuts right into it, and she's like, and tries yanking it out. But you do see she hits it and does damage. And that brings us to boop boop doo. Who's Baxter? It is your turn. Oh no, wait, there's your sir. He will skip his turn because I think he wants to go after Christelle. So, Baxter, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to take out my battle tax and my warhammer. Whoomp. Knock my horn off my head. Hey, that's the sound it makes when you run at it. I'm going to drag the battle tax across my chest and do one of my blood maledicts. And okay, so I take 5 points of damage. But my blade is going to frost over with icicles, so I'm going to do cold damage. And then I am also, this is 30, this ooze is 30 feet away from me, right?
Yeah, it's about 30 feet.
Awesome. I'm going to do an amplified curse of the marked. So pretty much until the end of my next turn, I deal an extra damage worth of right damage, so actually die of cold, and also I have advantage on my attacks. So that's my bonus action. I'm gonna run at it and take 2 swipes. Let's see if I hit. Cross our fingers, folks. Okay, so one is 21 to hit, and the other is an 18 to hit.
Both of those hit.
Awesome. Okay. Oh god, this is the part I hate. And I need 2. So the first attack is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus 6 is 20.
20.
So the first attack is 20 points of damage. 8 of that being cold damage. I think all of it's cold because it's coming from the weapon, so all of it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then a very sad 9 points of damage from my warhammer.
Okay. You do see that as you hit it with the cold damage, as it's that seems to do a little bit more as the as the sort of ooze itself starts hardening underneath that cold damage.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Nice.
Which is why I chose my cold.
Very smart choice.
I'll just look at Mace and I'll wink.
Alrighty.
That's illegal.
It is illegal, actually.
What?
Alright. But okay, so that's your turn?
That's my turn.
Beautiful. That takes us then to, as I look at my initiative, Christelle, it is your turn.
Hello. Now, your sir held his turn?
Yes, he held his turn to go after you. You can see he's sort of just looking at you, and it, he moves forward and then stops and then looks at you. And you see he starts
the
preparing
moment
a
that he
spell.
would take a step forward, I would death glare at him.
Exactly. So he's just holding it, and he just starts. He just stands there holding his hands, okay, well, I'll just.
You stay away from the fray. Just be safe, all right? Gonna charge in. Everyone's being reckless. I want in.
Sure.
And I'm gonna go with those 2 attacks.
Alrighty.
Oh! Let's make it up for that. Not 1. 25.
That hits.
And 19.
Both of those hit.
Let me make sure. Okay, when you hit a melee attack. So can I use it multiple times in one turn?
The item?
No. My divine smite.
Multiple times?
Oh yeah, your smite you can use I think every time you attack.
You can use it every time you attack. As long as you have the spell slots for it, you're good.
I always forget, because I had a DM who was very strict, only 1 divine smite per turn.
That's lame.
Yeah. Okay, 2d.
I'm pretty sure you can just keep using it until you have spell slots.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty
like,
much.
until you run out of spell slots, you're good.
Is this an undead or a fiend?
That's a good question. Does this count? It's undead. Yes.
Sweet.
Oh.
So I get an extra 1d8 in addition to my 2. Alright, so the first attack is 10 slashing with 11 radiant.
Oof. Ah. You see that radiant damage immediately, like the ooze itself starts not. So where the other it had hardened underneath it, this seems to make it evaporate, as if hitting it with that radiant damage makes it just sort of like slowly disappear.
Side note, have y'all ever had a die that ends up cocked like in the middle of your keyboard?
No, but that sounds very cool.
Okay. It is cool, but it's not fun. Nice. 5 slashing.
Okay, 5
then-
slashing.
Oh, that first 8 made up for it. 11. 18 radiant.
Oof. Yeah, so you can see that radiant damage is it is shrinking sort of in size as you hit into it, as if like parts of it are just fully disappearing from the radiant damage.
And that is everything I can do for now.
Alrighty, that then does take us to Ysur's turn. Who could have you can't see because your back is to Ysur, but he is just sort of there going. He's like hyping himself up in the background, just like, you got this, you got this.
You do. You got this. I believe in you.
And he just like, you can see there is a ball of fire sort of building in his hands as he just goes, okay, do this. And then shoots it directly at the ooze. You can see it sort of like curves, and it looks as if it is like, instead of hitting it dead on, it is curving so it doesn't hit anyone. And you think he might have just like lessened the spell just to make sure, like, don't hit Christelle, don't do it, it's gonna be bad, this is definitely not gonna work out.
Honey, I have a resistance to fire damage. Honey, we're fine.
He's being a dumb boy. And doesn't. I forgot. I never roll well with this man. He rolled a 3.
So we just watch it.
You see, he's like doing so hard to not hit you that it just whiffs entirely and hits into like one of the poles on the boat. And you just see Captain Jackal just goes, "Oi, not the ship, not the." But it does do some, like a little bit, like it doesn't do any, it doesn't even do splash damage really. It just kind of whiffs.
Okay.
And that's.
God damn it, sir.
That's his.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, that's his turn, and that's his one spell
tried.
slot on that level.
He tried. I'm proud of him.
Alrighty, and so that takes us back to the top of initiative. Pumpkin, your turn.
I will do what I'm supposed to do, and I will bonus action. Oh, is it an action? Well, yeah. It's an action. I thought it was a bonus action. Screw it. We've been seeing that cold is doing stuff to it. So I will armor of Agathis at highest level. And then bonus
And
action.
then just flop into it.
Yeah, flop
Just
into it as an
face
action.
plant.
Boom. Do I have a bonus action?
I mean, the armor itself is cold, so you just flop in and just start rolling around.
And I'll bonus action Hexblade Curse it. Why not?
Alrighty.
And that's my turn. So it's about to get cold in here. Hair goes white. Bunch of snow flying off of me.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Alrighty, so yeah, you just a one-liner. It's about to get cold in here. And then how? That's your turn.
yeah.
Alrighty. Then that takes it to. I need more dice. It is the creature's turn. As this cold and radiant damage sort of slams into it, it is not happy about either of these. It's sort of like on one side freezing, on the other side burning. It does not have a great time. And you can see the sort of center of it pulses for a moment, and all sides of it draw in.
Take a little bit of this icy hot. Go on.
Well, guys, have a
All
great
right.
night.
Hang on. Let me put my dice away. I'm done. That's it for me.
We're done for the night.
Yep.
I'm done.
Cheers.
You know what? That's
That was
just.
a good one.
I need to
That
add
was
some
good.
extra d6 to this. Hang on. For that pun.
That was a good pun. Cheers.
No, but actually, so you do see the center of it start pulling in, as it starts pulsing and pulsing, and then a massive sort of wave of ooze as it sort of completely drops its form and now spreads to everyone. And I need everybody to give me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Also, and is this technically counted as a spell or?
No, it is an effect.
Damn.
It is an
'Cause I was
effect.
gonna say.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say there's something about advantage, but doesn't work.
No, it is an effect.
I rolled a big old 5.
It's beautiful. I need more d6. I don't have enough d6s. Oh wait, okay, I do.
That is a dirty 20.
15.
So let's see, we got 20, 15, and a big ol' 5.
5.
You say? All right.
Oof.
Let me roll some quick saves, and then damage. Oh, you sir, you gotta roll above a 10. I'm begging
Oh
you.
I have a
boy.
question.
Yeah.
With my item, if I'm already getting hurt, can I still use it to negate someone else's damage?
If you're already getting hurt, I don't believe it does if you're getting hurt. I think it is only when they are. Okay, so you can use your
Okay. I
When a
got that.
creature you can see within 10 feet of you takes damage.
You don't want to do this.
It doesn't say, but I'll defer to your judgment since you gave me the item in the first
Technically,
place.
yeah, you could also use it while you were getting hurt. I don't. Gonna roll all of those real quick. So yeah, you could take someone else's damage even while you're getting hurt. Do you want to? Is the question.
Me.
Also, for those of you not. Also, I will say, so the 20 and the 15 save, the 5 does not.
Yeah, it's fair.
As I need to count these
I think-
d6s.
Because isn't my back still to you, sir?
Yeah, so you can't
So
see.
I wouldn't know that he's getting damaged. I'm going to negate Pumpkin's damage.
Fair. Alright, let's see.
Pumpkin, you're not going to take damage.
It's 1, it's 10, 20. 10, 20, 30, 40. 45. 48. 50, 56.
Oh, this was not a good choice by me.
That's why I was like, you sure you want to do this? That's a whole 62 damage for those who don't save. And half for those who do.
Oof, if I'm
Okay, so
taking
what
both
happens
of those,
to
I'm going to be down.
What is happening?
Hi, I made a bad call, so I'm down.
That's why I was like, are you sure you're making this? You didn't hear all those dice I just dropped? So the...
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, woof. So, as they were sort of hitting into it, the
Mhm.
freezing and the cold, the creature itself just dropped its solidness and spread across the entire deck, touching everyone. So it is the
Mhm.
entire floor is now covered in a sort of black
Okay.
tar-like
But I don't
ooze.
understand what's happening with my damage.
Your damage. So Christelle has a magic item that can take the damage that someone else is using. So
Okay.
Christelle, the shield that you're using, you see, generally speaking, it's sort of covered and the feathers are folded in. The wings on it extend and light up in a burst of flames, as the damage that Pumpkin would have taken now transfers entirely to you,
Yay!
not
I'm
including the
down!
damage you would take because of the half damage. And mind
'Cause
you,
I didn't hear how many dice you were rolling. Bad call on my part.
this was a lot of dice. I don't know if you have the mini HP. I will say, everyone still, but you did still fail your wisdom save, which does so that there's damage and an effect that is going to happen. So you are also going to then automatically fail the wisdom save you would need to take Chriselle by face planting into the ground because you're down now. So,
buddy.
first, let's go. So 62 damage for you, plus another, and then half
31.
31. And this is all, mind you, psychic damage.
Well, the 30-some is psychic, and then
The other
the
is
one
force.
the stuff that I took from
The
Pumpkin is
62
turned
is
force.
I mean, both of them are just gonna be. It's just a fucking
Yeah.
slap in the face.
That's
It's just-
93 points of damage. That's
I'm like,
technically
all right, I'm gonna look badass for my team.
Hang on.
Oh, whoops.
Is that double?
That's-
Oh no. Okay, you're good.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Whew, I was like, does this just
Yeah,
outright kill you?
No.
Okay, so
We're
you
still
take
good.
92, I think it was, points of damage, as you were just back. So you just watched Christelle. Their shield does a really cool thing, and then they face plant onto the ground. Pumpkin, you also feel the black. I will do this in order. So Pumpkin first, since yours is the one that failed. You feel those like black tendrils sort of wrap around your ankles, and then you start sinking into this ooze. You know that it's not that deep just because you saw the floor just a second ago, but you can feel yourself sinking down into it. The rest of you watch as Pumpkin's not sinking, but sort of just like slowly draining of color, as if turned like sort of black and white. Christelle, the wing sort of protected you for a moment, and then as you face plant into the ground, you are going to automatically fail and start also draining of color. The flames in your head start going out.
My head start going out.
Baxter, you saved, so you can feel like it's something trying to drag you down, and you resisted immediately. You're very well versed in this sort of like magic that tries to take over your body. You're pretty good at mastering your own body. But you do see both of your companions go down. Mace is, you see, for a moment, she takes a step and it looks like she's going to like fall over, and then she just straight up screams and like rips her axe out of the ground and just starts like holding it over her head, just too angry to die.
Too angry to die.
And the others have just climbed on top of things and gone like, I don't want to touch this.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see behind you that Yasser is also behind you. He seems to have done something to himself where he's like trudging through the ooze itself, trying to move towards Christelle.
He's got boots on.
He's got boots on.
These magic boots are made for trudging through sludge.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it's your turn because Pumpkin, you're kind of in a little ooze bath right now, and Christelle, you're down, and you'll have a fun time after.
We came back for a TPK.
I know. I'm so happy that we returned to this TPK. That's exactly what I wanted. Definitely 100%.
So it's my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. Baxter, what would you like to do as your friends all die around you?
Your friends all die.
Well, I'm going to take my warhammer and run it down the blood already going down my arm. Don't have that much damage. And my warhammer is now going to start glowing, so I am performing another blood rite. The Rite of the Dawn. So also my hammer just like lights up. and I'm gonna look at the ooze and be like, "Oh yeah, that's a really stupid idea there." And I'm going to take my 2 swipes at it.
Do you have a flower in your hand?
Yeah, I just saw that. I'm also, as a free action, I'm going to do my Crimson Right brand.
Mm-hmm.
So if this thing hurts me, it's also going to take some damage. Because why the fuck not? I don't know what dice because I'm so scared. Okay, that's not bad. One is a 17 plus 8, which I'm pretty sure hits.
Yep.
The other one is 11 plus 8 is 19. Both hit. Okay.
Yep.
So that's
Stop
2.
laughing. I'm trying to be committed to the bit.
You're dead.
Okay.
Oh, actually, because this is undead, it takes an extra set of radiant damage.
Ooh.
So for my first one, it's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of cold.
Alrighty.
And then it's cocked.
I don't feel so good,
7,
Mr.
8.
Baxter.
And then 13 points of radiant damage.
Oof. Yeah, so you start hacking into this thing. You just watched both of your friends go down. And you are not happy about it. It is.
And
Go ahead.
And then, if I could, can I look over to where's Jeff at this point?
Jeff would have been. I mean, where was Jeff during your date?
I mean, I usually have Jeff with me, probably like hanging out in my backpack.
Was Jeff just there during date time?
In his bag. Like, I don't think he'd be sitting out, but his bag's magical.
That's true.
If I can just like call out to Jeff and be like, "Hey, Jeff, some of my friends are Dan. Don't know if you can do anything about that, bud."
You just hear a faint whack from inside the bag.
Good show. And that's gonna be my life.
Alrighty. So that would then take us from you to Christelle. If I could get, a quick death save from you.
A save of death.
Oh, I was unmuted. Hi. 14.
14. Alright, that's one success.
That's a success.
That's the thing.
Woo!
And that does move us then to, after yours, I believe it was Christelle. I mean, not Christelle. Yes,
Do I
sir.
also have to make a save of any kind?
You will. So I'm still going in the initiative order. So
Oh,
after
okay.
your sir, it will be your turn.
I
Because
thought.
it was,
Okay, I thought we came back around.
no, well, because it was the creature went and did all the explosion.
Oh,
Then it was,
right. Yeah. Okay.
Then Baxter, Mace, then Baxter. Christelle, you just made your save. Yes, sir. Fully just you. Baxter, you're the only one awake to see this. Just it kind of explodes a little in a burst of flame, and you see the entire like ring of ooze around him, recedes back as he just starts
Nice.
trudging through towards Christelle, and makes it to your body. And then grabs Christelle's hand. And you remember oh no, you weren't around to see what he did last time when you were unconscious. But you can see now that he seems that some fire starts like pouring out of his hands into Christelle. And you can see some of the like flames are leaving his body and sort of going to Christelle's to bring them back up.
Oh, cool.
But that is his turn. And that takes us now to Pumpkin.
Blech.
If I could get a save from you, a death save.
Blech.
Actually, I will say where. That's right, you
It's
failed.
15.
Also, question: you had a 5, right?
Yep.
So it would be a death save at disadvantage then,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately, because of the location you are in right now.
Both are. Why is it? Okay, that's so. Okay, so D&D Beyond says it rolled it. Okay, it's a 15.
Okay, 15. It's still
I've never seen a die on D&D Beyond cocked before.
really weird.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but it was a 16. It decided what number it wanted to do, but it was still cocked.
Weird. But also as
Cock.
you feel like the life sort of slipping away from you, you find yourself in this sort of floating inky black void. Looking around, it looks like they're just passing by you, just a little too fast for you to really comprehend. You think for a moment it might just be points of light before you realize they are different faces just rushing past you.
Oh, okay.
But that is your turn, and that brings us back to the creature, which is now once more trying to condense itself.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yep. But that does, as you realize now, Baxter, looking at it, does take a round for it to condense itself before it can attack again. So it is solidifying, and that brings us to Mace, who is just screaming. She's real upset about a lot of things.
Fair.
Her rage is maybe the only thing keeping her alive.
Good to know.
As she just starts screaming. She hacks sort of mindlessly. You can tell her swings are getting less precise and more onto the screaming in rage, sort of like smashing into things. She misses, you see she misses one of her attacks and just nearly cuts in half the sail.
Well,
And she's
Oh,
just,
that's not good.
and you can
I
tell
mean, depending on how you look at it.
there is no register in her eyes of what's happening. She's just kind of hitting to hit. But she misses both of her attacks.
I mean, not to say anything, but I'm pretty sure that Baxter would let her hit it.
For you, I'd let it for free.
so there's a whole bunch of stuff we have to talk about, though. There's a lot of things this buff wolf person does not know about me.
There's a whole conversation that
enough.
needs to be had.
Also, I'm done playing dead.
Okay, so it does take it to your turn, Baxter.
Okay, real quick, where exactly are we on the deck? Like, how close are we to the railing of the ship?
I would say, so depending, if you were trying to get closer to the, oh, your camera.
Oh, let me rephrase. How close is it to the railing of the deck?
So right now, it's sort of all over the deck. So imagine just like a puddle. Like it has no real solid floor. Well, actually it does now. You can see it is closer to the center. So it's maybe about 20 feet. You think you would have to move it, but it doesn't seem to always have a solid form. Like it's a non-Newtonian fluid.
Right. Okay.
It's slime. It's
Okay.
Nickelodeon gack. But you think it's about 20 feet from the railing.
About 20 feet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and sorry, I'm reading a thing I have real quick because I don't think I've ever actually used it.
Valid.
Oh, what do I have to do at the? I guess I have to do it at the start. That kind of suck.
What is it that you?
Ethereal step.
Mm.
So, but it's at the start of my turn. If I'm not incapacitated, I can choose to magically step into the veil between the planes. But I would like to do stuff before I magically step into the veil between the planes.
Fair.
All right, I will just go ahead and I'm gonna take 2 swipes at it. Let's hope for a nat 20, y'all. Where's my Jeff dice? Ooh, not as good. So for the first one, which is my cold, that is a 20.
Okay. And you can
And
see.
then
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to. The second one is only a 7 plus 8 is 15.
So those both hit.
Oh shit! Yes.
You know that 15 matches.
Matches. Okay, cool. Good to know. So for my cold damage, 8 plus 5 is 13
Alrighty.
points of damage, and then for my radiant, 8, 9. 9 plus 5 is 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to Hammering Horns, which is after I hit a creature with melee attack, I can bonus action attempt to shove the target with my horns.
Oh.
So it has to make a strength saving throw. DC is 15.
Okay. I'm going to tell you now, it has negative strength
Fantastic.
because it is literally goo.
Is the goo.
Alrighty. That is, you said 15?
Yeah.
That does not. That is a 9.
Okay, it is shoved 10 feet away from me.
Alrighty, so you're able to push it back 10 feet towards the railing.
And the last thing, just so I feel like I'm doing a lot, I apologize.
Now you're good.
Would I be able to? How much bigger am I than Mace?
You
I'm
and
like 7 feet tall.
7 feet? Okay, then
I'm pretty hefty.
you're definitely like a foot taller than her.
Well, I'm just wondering, would I be able to step in front of Mace that if this thing explodes again, that Mace would be some way like shielded a bit more or have an advantage on the saving throw or something?
So I will say it seems less like the explosion itself and more like once it touched you, which is when it just sort of became a liquid. So it's from going from solid to liquid and spreading across the entire deck. You think the issue might have been it touching you?
Can I free action pick up Pumpkin? Like off the ground?
That's usually an action.
I mean, I'm gonna say that's a whole
Okay,
action to
that's
pick
fair.
a person up.
That's fair.
I also
Look,
don't
I would
think you're
love to be
next.
picked up by strong person, but
I also don't think you're next to each other because if you move forward to ram and also if you were hitting on separate sides, I think you'd have to
Where
at
is
least.
Pumpkin from me then?
I mean, I think you're both close, but I think like 10 feet, like you were both on each side of it. Or were you trying to be next to each other?
Well, it doesn't say I move. I just like pretty much take it and
Oh.
headbutt them out of the way.
Okay, then yeah. I mean, I would say it's an action. You could probably do it next round, but I don't think
I
that
just,
that's something you
I,
can
I
do right
just,
now.
I just want to
throw me
protect
overboard.
Pumpkin
It's
from
fine.
this
I'll
as
float.
much as possible because they're down.
Corpses float. It'll be fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm taking up so much time. I'm just trying
No,
to figure
you're
out how to
good.
protect my teammates.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, so it's more about this goo touching them.
Yes, you think it
So
might
could
just.
I argue that I am literally a blanket compared to Pumpkin? So if I lay over them, the goo would more likely touch me than it would be able to touch them.
Sure.
So they would sort of be protected from it because I literally am a body blanket compared to their
Pumpkin
body.
wakes up. Oh, this is not a situation. Actually,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So you can definitely cover them. I don't know if that will stop they're still unconscious, but you can definitely cover them if it explodes again.
I will do that just to be safe, to see if I can keep them from, because they would automatically fail their shit. So
Alrighty.
that's what I'll do.
True.
I'll just be like,
They
oh,
would.
sorry, just trying to keep you safe.
I mean, they're
And
unconscious.
Yep, still gonna apologize to them as I lay down.
Alrighty. And is that your turn?
That's my turn. Sorry, yeah, I was
No,
just
you're good.
I was reading through all the stuff. Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Then so that was you. That then takes us to Christale. I am going to need another death save from you. This time with advantage, as you can feel sort of like a warmth pulling into you. As if the fire is reignited. Is that a nat 20?
No,
Okay.
but it's still cool. I needed it because there was an 8, and then there was an 18.
Oof.
Oof. Alrighty. So that is your that is your turn, your death save, and that does bring us then to you, sir, who just sort of like grabs puts his hands on both sides of your face, Christale, and you can see that there's just like fire, like sort of flowing into you as he goes, okay, right. So I feel like I should ask before, but like I can't really. You're not. I can't really ask. And then just like leans down and kisses your forehead, and it is just like a full warmth. Like it's just like a little warm glow that spreads between the two of you. And then he slumps over unconscious on top of your body. Christelle, you wake up.
Damn it, y'all.
He slumps on me as I like jolt back up,
Yes.
and then just kind of like
Throws
thud
him
back
off the
down.
throws him off the ship. Son of a bitch.
I just kind of thud back down and
This
just
way, this
what? Are you fucking serious?
There is an unconscious Ysir on top of you.
What the fuck?
As this man needs better rolls, I swear. As you see, he is unconscious, but there's a brief moment where it's Ysir, and then you feel he's just getting like smaller.
God damn it
No.
again. This
Jesus
bitch.
Christ.
I mean, so okay, so I want y'all to know I rolled a nat 1, which is why he's small
Oh,
again. But he
buddy.
saved to keep his memories. So I mean, I guess
Oh, buddy.
This
this
fucker
fucking,
again.
I need to roll. There's only one roll that's been above a 10. One. So yeah, there is a slumped over body on top of you that is slowly shrinking into perhaps the size of a toddler.
Jesus Christ.
And that's Ysir's turn. And that brings us to the top of initiative with you, Pumpkin.
All right.
Go ahead and give me that save at disadvantage.
Boop boop. Ba-doop. Oh.
Please don't
Okay.
be.
Well, one of them was a 17. The other one was a natural 1.
No.
Oh.
How many? Is that your
That's 2 failures
2 failures?
plus
Okay.
1 success.
Okay, you had a success earlier. That's what I wanted to check on.
Yep.
So 2 failures, 1 success. We're doing good here. As you are in this sort of inky void, those faces are rushing past. You just hear whispers. Looking at them, it's sort of slowing down.
Uh-huh.
These faces around you, and you don't know where you're going. It's just sort of endless darkness in front of you, but as you like slow down, you think you see something coming towards you in the darkness.
I don't like that. What's it look like?
It looks like a sort of web, like a large face with just a little too many eyes and a gaping maw of like rows and rows of teeth that look like jagged glass.
Why?
As
Why
you
do this?
Each of the eyes are sort of large and brightly golden as they blink and slowly look at you, and it is just a large mouth. It hasn't done anything, you're just slowly approaching it.
Okay.
And then we're back at the top of the initiative with the creature. It was shoved sort of towards the end of the boat. So, Baxter, you think you might have like disrupted its ability to completely condense itself when you hit
Awesome.
into it, and it is now taking it would have to take another round to condense itself together for an explosion. So instead, it tries to reach one of its tendrils towards you.
Rock on.
Does a Yay! Does a 6 hit?
Definitely. No, it doesn't. Sorry.
Does a okay? Well, that 70. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. You see one of the tendrils sort of wraps towards you, and you where I don't have those dice. That's a D8. That's what I need. You see it reaches towards you, and one of them just sort of like wraps around your ankle and starts trying to tug you towards the edge of the ship with it.
Okay.
You do feel a like sort of like spike as it like wraps around and then like clenches in as if it's spiking you, which you take. Oh, you know how much? A whole 1
Hey.
piercing damage
All right.
as it tries to like clamp into your ankle.
Austin, what are you doing, buddy? Come here.
And that is the creature's turn. And that moves us to.
Me?
Yes, yours.
Cat's trying to destroy the world. Okay. I will get up, which is half my movement.
Mhm.
I will calmly stalk over to this thing.
It is
Raise up.
10 feet from the edge.
Awesome. I will take my 2 attacks against it. Actually, I'm going to. Is this thing actually looking hurt at all?
So each time you hit it, it seems to have been shrinking in size physically. So you have done like halved it in size already with your damage.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my amplified Curse of the Mark. So that way I'll get an extra die of right damage, and with Amplified, it's going to give me advantage on my attack. So the first one is natural 19 plus 8. The second one is a 19.
Those both hit.
Awesome. So, okay. Fuck this bitch up. 7, 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Plus 5 is 14. 16? No.
And this is cold damage, correct?
This first one's cold damage. And then this next one coming up is radiant damage. 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. 18 plus 5 is 22.
Okay.
22 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, and radiant. Okay.
And then I will once again hammering horns this bitch.
Alrighty.
So it has to make the strength save or be pushed another 10 feet.
Oh, that's a solid 3.
It does not, so it's pushed 10 feet. So I headbutt this bitch.
So it is
And
right
push it
at
back
the
another 10
edge.
feet. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
And then I'm just going to look and be like, hey, don't mess with my friends or you're going to get fucked up.
And it looks like, so you did, those were both cold and radiant, correct?
Yes.
So you think it is barely hanging on by a thread.
Awesome.
And that brings us to Grisel's turn.
Yeah, hi, I have a yes sir on top of me.
Yes. He is sitting on top of you, well, flopped on top of you. What happened? Where did my camera, oh no, where did my camera disconnect?
Oh?
Uh-oh. 1 second.
Ruh-roh. Camera went, nerp.
Camera signal.
God, I wish that did. I wish hammering horns did damage. That'd be great.
Wait, are you there?
Oh, did we lose the
Yes.
squid?
Why did-
Oh, there's the
Okay.
squid.
It decided camera or audio. I couldn't have either, so I had to just
Oh.
unplug it and replug them back in. Sorry.
Oh god. All good.
Weird. Okay. Don't know why that happened.
So, just a quick question from recalling the last time this happened. When this was happening, I used flames to kind of keep him at a reasonable. I used flames the last time that happened, and I'm wondering if that works somehow.
If you recall, so last time he had completely slumped over unconscious and was a baby, and you had used flames to sort of age him up.
Okay.
This time it seems he hasn't gone full infant and is now just like a toddler. I think he's maybe 3.
And are there some crew that are around that are just kind of, not touching the goo, but they're...
Yes, so there are. You don't see Toshi or Nori anywhere. The 2 troublemakers who caused this.
Shits.
They are not there, but you do see the captain, Captain Jack. He is sort of standing on top of like some barrels precariously with his rapier, just sort of poking at it. And you can see the other, whose name I forgot. I believe is Ivanus. No, something bird related. I believe Raven. They are flying. They are at the top of like the crow's nest, just shooting spells down from the crow's nest.
Okay. How much is it to, like, kind of heft him up as I'm getting up?
So it is half your movement to get up, and I will say you can use you can use your move. You can pick him up while you are getting up. I will say that's probably like an action, just to both of you get up. and you heft him.
And the bird's name is just Raven?
I don't recall.
I don't remember.
Where's my list of NPCs?
I'm just gonna call up to them.
No,
Just
Trileth.
Trileth. I'm gonna go, hey, Trileth. Need your help. Bring this one up there where it's safe.
They are just looking at you and then looked at the ooze and then look at you again.
You don't have to touch it. You can just swoop down and get him from me.
Right. No. Right. So that's your problem.
Great.
You see, they're just at the top, like, nope, that's a you issue.
Alright. But I am.
So we'll say that was your action to get up and
Also, how much
Look up
HP do I
this.
have? 1?
yeah, you have 1. Actually,
Okay.
wait, no, let me look at the thing that happens when this happens.
Damn it.
1 million.
No, you were returned with full HP.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, 1 million.
Fuck it. Just hefting this bitch up with one hand. Produce flame with the other. Straight on attack in the ooze.
Alrighty. That is not that's a roll to hit.
Yeah. And that is an 8.
An 8 fire damage.
Oh no, that's an 8 to hit.
Oh, 8 to hit. No, I'm
Nope.
sorry to say. It's a little hard to shoot while also carrying you, sir.
Yeah. So I'm like, stop. No, son of a. God.
He's just full dead weight.
I'm using my death to practice Japanese.
Nice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Pumpkin. It does bring us
Sitting
back to your
here,
turn.
writing Japanese. Fine. Fine.
Speaking of
I think
initiative,
you're learning Japanese. I really think so.
it is your turn.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Give me one more death save.
Okay. That was really
Out
weird.
at
That's a
disadvantage.
5.
Julio. So this massive thing in the darkness finally sort of comes forward, and you see a pair of like pale hands. Sort
You
of.
lifted it up to your nose
Sorry.
and then breathed.
I'm so sorry. A set of pale hands sort of pours out of the darkness, and it looks as if it is inviting you to step forward. As this large, massive face of so it is all pale skin, which is what feels like too many eyes. Like every time you try and count them, it feels as if more move in and out of the darkness. There is that gaping void of glass where the mouth should be, and just like it looking into it looks like a further endless void of darkness.
This thing doesn't expect me to step towards it, does it?
It is holding its hands out towards you as if invitingly. Its mouth doesn't move, but you hear whispers. And then it sounds as if each of the faces around it, and they are all wildly varying faces. You can see different creatures, tieflings, satyrs, genasies, humans, all of them looking at you, and the sort of large-mouthed, pale creature, you hear the whisper of, hello, welcome. Are you here to join us?
I think I got on the wrong spectral thingy.
You are where you're supposed to be.
I'm supposed to be back there.
You are with us. Perhaps you need another. And you see the hands they pull back for a moment and then push back out again, and you can see there's someone standing there. A
Mhm.
pale-skinned humanoid, a young man. They've got like short black hair, blue eyes. Let me look at this description again. But they are a pale-skinned humanoid, tall, very lanky, black hair, I believe blue eyes, and they are just sort of standing there. And you can see they open their mouth, but no, it doesn't move as they speak as well. And it's just, you just hear it say, "Is this more comfortable?" Do you prefer this to speak with?
Why do you look like that?
It is a face I had.
A face you had.
I believe so. It is one of my, well, it is my face. And ours. We share faces. Would you like to join us?
No.
I see. Well, we cannot let you leave. You are one of us now. But you do not have to join us. And you see the hands sort of like start pulling back, and the faces that sort of littered that inky black void start disappearing. And
So
slow.
what are you doing? Why just let me go back?
We cannot return the dead to the land of the living.
Then there's been a mistake because I'm not dead.
You have passed, as we all do. It is the plight of mortals to die, but you would not die with us.
Hey. Well, what about them?
And you see that more of the faces start disappearing. They were alive, and they chose what you chose. They did not, well, wish to join. And so they stay here with me.
Well, I didn't want to join you, but if you can assure that they will be fine, then I will.
Who would you like me to keep safe?
The ones back there, the ones who I left.
Oh, well, I cannot assure the safety of the living. Not in so many terms. But I can keep them where you want them. Is that where
There?
you want them? On that plane?
Well, that's something.
Then I will keep them there. For as long as I can.
It's a deal.
A deal then. And the rest of the faces sort of fade out of existence, and you are left alone in this inky black void with that one large face of too many eyes and mouth, and the other who is standing in their hands, the tall humanoid with blue eyes, black hair, sort of a young human boy with freckles along his face. And we fade back to the others. It does take us an initiative to the creature's turn. And it is hanging on by a thread as it is sliding off towards the side of the boat and spending its time trying to consolidate energy.
I'm Googling fuck in Japanese. Continue.
Baxter, it is your turn.
I I'll just continue my. I have one more blood maledict,
that's
which
easy.
I'm going to invoke and do more damage to my. And then I'm going to take my 2 swipes. One's a natural 20.
I will say, before you roll that second one, how do you want to do it with a nat 20?
Oh, fantastic! So this would have been my cold one. So literally, I want to bring this axe. Ooh, also I get money. I think I have to roll damage. That's how I know how much money I get.
Yes.
Hold on. 2. And then I'll describe what I do. So I'm gonna roll and see how much I do. Oh, 6. 12. So that's 12. So I'm gonna bring this axe down on it, and it just starts to freeze. And I know I didn't get a second strike, but I would just overkill it.
Mm-hmm.
So and then as it freezes, I want to bring my hammer and just shatter it.
Nice. Yeah. So you've got the first attack that freezes it solid. It is pretty small now as it has just been slowly shrinking, and then that hammer shatters it completely, and pieces of just sort of solid black tar now sort of scatter across the deck, and you have defeated the creature. We are out of initiative.
Awesome. I turn back towards where I know Pumpkin's at, 'cause I don't know what's happened yet.
Yes, you can, and as you turn around, that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh.
As you see, Pumpkin is still on the deck of the ship, face down, on the ground. But we will see you in... How long?
Fuck.
Yes.
15?
15? It feels reasonable.
So at 50?
Oh yeah, that would be at 50. No, that'd be at 45.
That'd be at
Well,
45.
the longer we figure out math, the more time it's gonna take.
We will
No,
see...
it'd be at 50.
Oh, it'd be at
We'll
50.
see you
I
at
don't know.
10:50.
I don't know how math works. Oh, sorry, it's 35. See you at 50.
Math gay.
Math!
We'll see you at 50.
Woo.
Bye guys.
Bye.
not ready.
I'm dead.
Actually, I am ready.
Well, some things happened prior to the break. Some camera skadoodles. Why does your cam do that? Some things happened. Some people had some issues with their mortality, and some things happened. Also, there's art now, so that's a yay!
Art.
Woo!
Yay.
Um,
I mean, woo!
it's great.
The art.
Oh, it's Mackie art too, so I love it. We love to see it. Thanks again, Mackie. So we just finished up initiative.
Oh boy.
There is a Crisale, you have an unconscious Yasur with you that you were just kind of holding. Baxter, you
Darling, your arms tonight.
can see that Pumpkin is sort of on the deck of the ship, laying down. They don't
I've
look to be
gone from
moving.
pumpkin color to like squash, I think it is.
Yes, so they look completely drained of color, as if they are sort of a black and white outline. It's weird. You've never seen someone like completely devoid of all color before. And that's where we left off.
I'm going to immediately open my pack, grab out Jeff, and be like, "Oh, we got need your help there, bud. Pumpkin looks pretty hit.
I will make a perception check for me, Baxter.
If Jeff is gone, we're gonna be fighting."
Also, at the same time, I am going to
21.
give exactly 1 point of my lay on hands to you, sir. Who is
Okay.
still just kind of like a little pat. Just
So
slung over my shoulder.
I will say with the 21, Jeff is there, so you are able to get Jeff out. As you're pulling Jeff out, you feel as if there's some kind of resistance, as if something was keeping Jeff inside the bag.
You right there, bud?
And as you pull Jeff out, they have a very confused look on their face, as if Jeff's maybe the most powerful creature you've interacted with. You've never seen anything that could stop Jeff from moving around freely. And you're not sure why they were stuck in the bag. And Jeff seems a little confused about that.
Well, let's figure that in a moment. Pumpkin's pretty hit.
Go. Right. I will say with that one, you do the thing when someone's like holding a kid and they just sort of like pat their back like, you're good, you're fine. And you hand that 1 HP to Yasur, and you see they just kind of like he just goes. He's like whining. He's doing the like squirms that kids do when they don't want to be awake, and it just starts like moving and squirming. But he is alive, but he's still a child.
You're fine. Just
chill
out for a
actually,
second.
that would have been a better perception. I was looking at the wrong thing.
I will say
that would have been a 24 technically.
24. I mean, well, it would still be the same.
Okay, the same thing. Okay.
Information. Yes, you got the most I could give you.
Okay.
And now at this point, I'm probably gonna head over and see what Baxter's up to. Just
so you, Baxter, you were putting Jeff down next to Pumpkin, correct?
Yeah, I was, and taking Pumpkin's hand and rubbing Jeff's head because Jeff heals if you pet.
So you are, when you touch Pumpkin's hand, it is ice cold to the touch.
It's not good.
And you
Jeff?
don't feel a pulse as you are,
Frozen usually implies that.
Jeff.
taking their hand. Jeff
Sarcastic ghost.
Jeff does a sad little.
I don't. What do you
what
mean?
else happening?
They try and cuddle up next to Pumpkin, but you don't see anything really happening. They're kind of just there.
I use Pumpkin's hand to pet Jeff a little more. But yeah, no, so it works. It never not works.
No, it is fully a limp hand.
You're really cold. I don't.
Hell's going on? Baxter, move.
All right.
Here, take, and I'm gonna hand off Yasur to you.
Okay.
It's stupid kid thing again. Come on. Alright, let's see. Listen, Jeff, it's not that I don't believe in you, but, maybe.
I don't believe you.
What?
And I'm just gonna try casting Cure Wounds.
Does not work.
Well, did it
What's going on?
work?
I will say,
No.
Kusel, you know your magic usually always works, but Cure Wounds won't work if the target is not alive.
Mhm. Come on.
So you are pumping a Cure Wounds into perhaps no longer a living creature.
Blech.
Damn it, Izzy. Why the fuck isn't it working?
You see Jeff has sort of moved over and is now no longer doing the gentle head pats thing and instead just straight up like putting their head onto Pumpkin's chest, trying to like there are little like motes of yellow light that pop out every now and then, but it's not doing anything.
I
What should
don't.
we do?
What does that mean?
Thank you for the follow. Oh, and the
Uh,
raid.
I don't know what that means. I
Thanks so
just
much for
turned
the
really
rating.
Irish.
When you're sad, you're Irish.
I'm sad. I said Irish. What does it? I mean, Jeff's the strongest person I know. No offense, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Come on. There's got to be something more. There's got to be. We beat that guy earlier, and now he just shows up as goo, and he can do more now. Like, what the fuck is the difference here?
I don't know. Jeff, does this
Damn it.
mean what I think it means?
What?
No, it can't be.
That's not right.
How the fuck are you going to tell me that someone who has been on our ass, basically making our lives a living hell, but like a good living hell because they're a fucking friend of ours? What the fuck do you mean that there isn't more that we can do right here, right now? Where is your sir's tent? Get me in that library.
I think it's in the bag.
I'm gonna go storming off to find that bag.
It is Pumpkin's bag that they had on them.
Oh.
So
God fucking damn it.
it is. They have it. You see that the bag is there. All of their items are are around them. The only thing that lost color is Pumpkin themselves. Like they are, imagine like it is kind of trippy to look at, sort of like an optical illusion where they are fully black and white, as if they are sort of a drained of color drawing.
I'm going to like take their bag off and stuff, and then I'm going to take like my blanket out of my pack and wrap them up, like and just the codes. So
I'm gonna start setting up that tent.
every time Jeff gets cold, you wrap him up and he gets warmer.
You see, there's are they all right? And you see, it's the captain. Sort of, is everything okay? We don't have a healer on board, unfortunately. But we can try our best.
The spells aren't working. The cold and I wrapped them up because that's what you do when someone's cold.
That should help. Crystal, you're able to get the tent up.
Just rushing in, not even saying a word to anyone else, heading straight to the library. If I can find it, that is.
Yes. So you open it up the tent, and for the first time ever, the sort of hallways make sense. Like it sort of leads down. You can see that the doors are, instead of moving around and you see opening them, it is just that short hallway again where it is very easy doors. And I was
heading straight there.
Which library are you going to? Are you going to the one that was like the endless pit, or are you going to the other one that was the wheel?
From what I remember, the Endless Pit has a lot of stories, both real and fictional, while the Starry one kind of had more relevancy. to like our
Yes.
current cause. So I'm gonna go to the star one first.
Alrighty. Then can I mean, it's not really a perception check. It's kind of something you would notice immediately upon walking in. You remember the first time you had gone in, each of the sections that you were all lit up, and yours were lit up as you stood on them, and stayed lit up the entire time. Pumpkin section is dim now.
No, this isn't fucking happening. This isn't fucking happening. You have more in here. Show it to me.
Uh, your, I will say, your section brightens slightly before dimming, but nothing changes on Pumpkin's area.
While
It is
Crystal is looking, can I send Jeff over to to check on Mace while I take care of this?
Mace. It's been enough time that their rage has ended, and Mace is just unconscious.
I'm gonna send Jeff over and have him like nudge Mace's hand.
Jeff does, and you can see it looks Mace's that you think that they might have given them. You saw that the captain and Trileth were doing like basic medical checks, so just like
Yeah.
well bandaging wounds, no magic, but just Jeff goes over and just sort of like does a little pat on his head, and you can see Mace's breath start going from like really labored to much more at ease.
Sweet.
And I need to. I'll roll HP for that. And for you, yeah, Christelle, it is still complete darkness in Pumpkin's section.
Are there still books in the bookshelf?
Yes, there are. If you recall, there were books that would end randomly. It seemed to chronicle the lives of random people.
Just gonna start ripping off the shelves, like scanning through them, looking through the backs of the books, trying to find anything. If I don't find it, toss it in the middle.
Can I get a perception check from you? Or investigation?
You open one of the books and you hear, "Passed away."
You
have
have
passed
passed away. 19.
A 19. I will say you were as you were ripping, you were just grabbing books, ripping them off the shelves, throwing them like random books, and then you do spot one that just says, "The Amazing Adventures of Pumpkin the Great."
Oh.
The story isn't fucking over. Where is it?
And flipping through the book, it is some of it is just like random things. You flip through, you see conversations you remember having with Pumpkin, and then you get to the very last page, and it ends sort of abruptly on a ship. And then as you get to the final page, where usually it is blank, it is not, and like it just sort of ends. On this one, it is something is dripping out of the book, a like black tar-like substance, as if the ink is just running down the page. It is not actually coalescing into anything. It seems sort of an effect as if the ink itself is what is ending the book.
If I try and put my finger under the ink of the book, does it coalesce on my finger at all?
No. So it doesn't like, it looks like it is still part of the book itself.
I'm going to bite my own finger and attempt to write resurrected in blood.
As you are writing, the ink sort of starts absorbing all of your blood.
It's not fucking happening!
But you can see it is just sort of dripping a ink like tar. And then
You did not turn my vision blue and give me fucking bunny ears for a full day just to die to a stupid fucking thing we've already beaten.
And if I could get, unfortunately, a wisdom save from the two of you, Baxter and Christale.
How dare. I'm in mourning.
I know. While you're mourning, just at the funeral. real quick.
Natural 20, bitch.
Nice.
Not a natural 20, but this brings me up to a 26.
Nice.
Sorry for the bitch. I was just really excited.
Now you're valid. So both of you succeed. Baxter, you critically succeed. So you are not affected at all. But Christale, for a brief moment, as you are writing it, you forget the name of the book that you're looking at. It takes you like just a brief moment, and then you remember exactly what you're doing. But there was a brief second where you think you forgot.
What the fuck is happening? What? No, stop. Stupid decaf coffee and regular coffee and experimental coffee. Come on. Do not. Ugh, and I'm gonna take that book, shove it in my bag, and start walking out the door and looking for like any kind of training area that might be in here, or just, fucking punching bags anywhere.
Alrighty. So yeah, you step out and you can see, looking around, there is a door next to you. Who is? It is the dude again with the body bags. Every Saturday, he's got like, it's I don't know what he does, but it's a body, I'm sure. Um. So as you're walking out, you do see in the hall. There's a door that appears next to the library as you were stepping into the hallway.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna head in through it.
Opening up, it does look like a sort of training room. There are like hanging punching bags and what looks like a sort of length of track, as if like there is a full Olympic track in there. It's an archery range. It is a full training grounds.
I'm going to start setting all the dummies on fire with produce flame.
Oof. Alrighty. Well, that's
And
happened.
also trying to burn the name Pumpkin into the ground.
Well, that's happening,
That's dramatic.
Baxter. What's
Listen, this bitch has never dealt with anything like this before.
It's very sad.
And even like a sliver of, I don't remember this, yes I do, she's going to double down on this.
Baxter, what are you doing out there on the?
I'm just sitting quietly next to my friend, waiting for Cristal to come back, and I'm just gonna look at Pumpkin and be like, if Autumn, who's gonna tell us which is the good coffee and which is the bad coffee? If you're really gone, I'm really sorry I couldn't save you. And then I'll just look over at Jeff and
Jeff has
just
Jeff has like settled on your chest and is doing like ducks don't purr, do they? The duck equivalent of
they
purring.
quack, 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 quack,
Hold
Just
on,
like
hold on. I
soft
know,
warmth.
I know this. It's a.
with their horrifying not teeth. And then I'll look
Yeah,
over
they
at the
bob their
captain.
heads up and down. In addition to like.
Just a big crying minotaur. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what the next steps are. Since Crystal's not back, I have a feeling it's not good.
Some,
After I've sufficiently arsoned up the training grounds.
yeah, so you've committed a lot of arson in the training grounds. There's a lot of burns. The name Pumpkin is sort of like burned into a couple of areas. Dummies immediately burnt up.
He'll fucking deal with it later. He always does. Just gonna walk out, poke my head out of the tent, grab the book out of my bag, and just kind of like toss it at Baxter's side.
I fully don't catch it because I'm not good at this shit.
Fair enough.
Just like hits Baxter. Oh. Did it?
Still looking, and I'm going back and I'm going into the endless pit books.
Okay. Baxter, the Captain Jackal puts a hand on your shoulder and just kind of goes like, "These things happen. I don't know if there were any sort of rites or if they were a follower of any specific deities, but sometimes these kinds of things happen in dangerous situations."
Right. Guess that's fair.
Are you and you and your friend, are you new to this sort of issue?
It's kind of a weird story. I don't know about Christelle. I haven't been traveling, just really Jeff and I for a while, but we don't really ever get caught up in too much stuff. like this. It's just us all traveling around, just seeing the sights.
Right. Sorry to hear that. You should, when, when we get support, you and your friends should take. And you see, looking at their face, they pause for a moment as they look at Pumpkin, and just sort of look at them in confusion. Go to your, I'm sorry, your friend. I don't recall their name.
Yeah, pumpkin. You didn't think they're that forgettable?
No, no,
They're actually
no,
pretty wild.
no. They
Yeah,
were very, very memorable. I'm sorry. I think that it's been a long day. You should
yeah,
perhaps see if there are any rides you can get if you want them at sea or on land, or if there's any kind of help you or your friends might need
yeah.
during that
I am.
time.
Should probably go take him in to the tent. I guess this is now going to be set up on your deck. I'm sorry. Yeah, about the tent.
Oh no, that's I don't really know why. We have rooms you can sleep. It's not that helpful. Also, it you should keep this up very long. It might fly away. It's not bolted down, and tents are pretty flimsy.
I don't think this one is actually. It's kind of a weird tent.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really have the right to explain it. It's not really my tent, but I promise it's weird. I'll try and get Christella and we can try and move it somewhere else.
Okay. And do
I
you need
can
any help with
find
your
him.
other friend? And they point to you, sir. While you fought, I'm. You and your
The
friend seem like
fucking
you.
toddler I handed you.
There is an
Um,
unconscious toddler with you.
No, he's
um,
conscious. I gave him the 1 HP, so he was squirmy and fidgety.
Oh, that's right.
we're kind of a weird bunch. Sorry that you kind of got pulled into this.
No, we were paid to drop you off. We're,
Trying to help repair anything that's been damaged.
oh no, you didn't. Mace did the most damage, honestly, to the ship,
We
and
can still
that's
help some
sort of the
way.
usual. Right. Well, if you need any help from us, we can. I'm very, very sorry about your friend.
Who am I?
And then what had you left to do, Christelle?
Go back to the endless pit of books and see if there was anything like in the way that we had looked into the project once before that you sir can't remember. Looking into means of resurrection or what it means if you're forgetting someone.
Alrighty. So you're going through those books. That'll be another investigation.
Okay. Not as good. 16.
It's a little hard for you. Some of them you pull out and they're in Yusir's awful handwriting that you just can't even tell what it is. You do find books on the spell resurrection and like the concept of it. You think that you might need perhaps a large amount of diamonds, and I don't believe any of you have the capacity to cast resurrection. So
Nope.
you see that it is possible to perhaps bring people back from the dead. Finding something on forgetting people, you don't really find anything on that.
No, the books forgot.
It's been forgotten. But you do see that there, at least it is a possibility that someone could be brought back from the dead. But it's seems like a very hefty spell that costs a lot, and you would need someone proficient in that kind of magic and very powerful to cast it. But yeah.
After I find that and I don't find anything else, I guess I'll head back out on deck, take down the tent.
Alrighty. So you managed to take down the tent. And I will say it is a bit of a somber mood across the ship as the day sort of goes on. the rest of the crew are dealing with either their own injuries from that explosion, or you've been offered a lot of like help to like if you need any assistance, or if you want to maybe try speeding up getting to port. But what are you two going to be doing for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna go ahead and gather up. When Christelle comes back out, I will hand them, yes sir, and pretty much just pick up Pumpkin and like carry him down into the hall and like place him in one of the hammocks, and they're just like covered up,
That's sad.
It's very sad. Yep.
and then have a fucking party. No, I'm joking.
Then they have a rave.
Just gonna sit out on the deck, try and corral little toddler Ysir to the best of my abilities for a little while.
It takes a couple of hours for him to like wake up enough to be conscious. So you can see he's not like unconscious to the point of no hit points, but he's now on the more unconscious just as it takes time to recuperate.
Mm-hmm.
No, stop calling me. And
I'll come back out and just like put my hand on Christelle's shoulder.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, seems about right.
I will say so. It is a very sad night. Ysir really doesn't wake up much until like middle of the night, and even then he kind of just you fill him in on what happened to Pumpkin, and he is perhaps not the happiest camper. You can see it's a little harder for him to keep that stoic face as a child, and he just sort of cries a little bit. But it is a stoic night. Anything you guys wanted to do, or we can? Do you want to go to the next day?
I would like to check in on Mace, wherever they are.
Yes. So Mace is up in her hammock. You can see she's got like bandages around her chest and like a couple around one of her arms, but she regains consciousness pretty quickly. She seems mostly annoyed that she can't. She's being told to take it easy.
I'll like awkwardly knock on a crate or anything, or I'll even just knock in the air and go, knock, knock.
Are you knocking on the? You can this. This isn't a room. You can just come. Okay. Hi.
Didn't want to be rude there.
Not rude. Hi. How are you? How are you doing? How are you
Feel
holding up?
absolutely awful.
I
Absolutely awful.
I figured as much. I didn't really want to ask, but it's
Yeah.
the polite thing to do.
Yeah, how are you? You got pretty beat up out there.
And I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Oh.
I'm actually also bloodied. Like, I have
I
my
know.
hit points.
She's like, how about you? As she just looks at like you were you like fully ripped into your chest multiple times. Just like,
Oh yeah.
are you
Um,
you good or?
yeah, it's kind of happens a lot. Kind of how my magic works. Call it magic, my fighting. I don't know. Jeff told me.
I mean it's kind of cool. You know, weird. Like
Wasn't
rip
good
into
enough today
yourself.
though. So
I mean, you know,
yep, that kind of sucks.
things happen.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
Kind of is, but that's probably another story for another time.
I mean, technically, it's that ooze, like goo thing's fault, so it's not really yours.
Yeah, I already hit dead enough. I kind of killed it. So
Yeah, I saw that. was hot. I mean, it was cool.
It's actually really cold. Because I had the cold damage on my weapon, so
Yeah.
it was pretty chilly and bright.
Yeah, I saw that.
I thought about doing lightning, but I thought that might be a bad idea.
I mean, usually we've got the lightning rod on the boat, to keep
Yeah.
it away. So, kind of it might have gone there.
Oh, didn't even think of a bad idea. See that?
Yeah, we'll usually keep it in the crow's nest, but
Definitely a good thing to choose lightning. But right, gotta be honest, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm usually better at this. It's been, whew, I'm kind of tired. Usually I'm less cut up. I don't have the shirt parts, usually the same. And you can see she's fully not wearing a shirt. It's just the bandages.
Oh, for sure. Baxter's not. It's just like looking above her head a little bit.
She's like, but
Mhm.
I mean, it feels like a weird time to
Yeah.
to do that kind of thing, and like, I mean, obviously I still want to keep talking and hang out.
Right. Yeah.
I just want y'all to know, I want people to flirt at my funeral, just like this.
Exactly. It's very much the like, I can't flirt at your friend's funeral. That feels weird.
That feels weird.
You gotta, just like this.
Awkwardly
Just saying. I
flirt.
know I'm dead right now, but just saying.
Perfect. I'll remember that for next
Understandable.
time. Right. Yeah, I just wanted to come check on you. To see how you're doing. I should probably go.
You should. I mean, yeah, you should get medical
Right. Yeah. The blood
for
should
yourself.
get that taken care of.
You've just
I'll
been
go
like sluggishly bleeding this whole time,
I'll go talk to Jeff about that.
right? Your little your duck friend's really cool.
Oh yeah, Jeff's my best friend. Yeah.
It was really nice.
It's flirting. Your duck's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
Jeff's we're best friends. We've known each other for a while.
that's
We've been traveling together. Well, almost traveling together the whole time I've been traveling. We've been traveling, so
Really cool.
he is a
it's
duck
good.
of many talents.
It is. It's good to have a companion. Does it? Okay. I'm not gonna be polite about it. Do you want to keep doing this thing between us, like the state? I know your friend just died, and I don't want to be weird about it, but like, you want to keep dating, or
So
do you want to
yes,
date?
definitely. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing how this goes, but there's some big stuff about me that's kind of surprising. That might change your mind.
Oh my god.
I should probably just show you because I'm
Oh my god.
not quite what I seem all the time.
I mean, if it's like I know
I
some
mean,
people use magical glamours, and that's fine. If there's like scars you're trying to hide or anything like that, I
I mean,
completely understand.
it's kind of a thing I should probably just show you. I don't know how you feel about it's just. Promise you won't be mad or nothing before I show you. That'd be
I-
great. I know you can actually promise to guarantee your feelings about something, 'cause that's not fair upon you, because like you have the right to how you feel about things. But like, just don't yell at me. My friend did just die. So
You know what?
my
That's
god.
fair. I won't yell at you because your friend just died.
I'm
Won't
muting because I
yell
can't take this anymore.
at you.
um,
I might
right
yell
on.
around you, but not at you.
Right, just please don't yell at me. If you don't, you're really mad, I can just hang out in my tent, and
Okay.
you won't see me at all for the rest of the time.
All right.
Jeff and I will make ourselves scarce.
You should just show me.
Yeah, I should. I'm gonna go and take off my medallion and bamf into 3 kobolds.
Do you have art for them?
We do not have art for my
We
3
do not.
kobolds. We
Damn
thought
it.
about it and then we didn't do it.
Yeah. So you see, Mace just like looks at where you were standing, and then looks down at the 3 kobolds, and then looks back at where you were standing.
So, Bart, who's the head, is like, yeah. So, what? these are my we're triplets. My name's Bart. This is Taylor, and the other one's Xander. We're taking three kobolds in a trench coat,
You see,
kind of.
silently, like not a word to you, she just reaches
With
over
three
and
kobolds
grabs
in a fursuit.
in a
Don't
fursuit.
don't be
Yeah, in a
denying it.
fursuit.
But like no words, does not break eye contact with you. With Bart, just reaches over, grabs a bottle of rum, and just takes the longest swig you've ever seen.
Right, go and take that as a hint.
And just goes,
And
right, okay. Magic doesn't make sense. So you're three of you,
yep,
four of you if I count Jeff,
you probably should.
in a Minotaur suit.
Well, technically, there's only three of us in a Minotaur suit. Jeff is just kind of hangs out with us.
Okay. And that, I mean, I'm glad you told me. That would have been weird to find out
Yeah,
later.
that's what you get. Yeah, would have.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I'm laying down. So,
Mm-hmm.
and you've
It's
just
kind of like a protection thing.
right. Okay, that's
So we left our home, and we're kind of out traveling a bit. But as you see, we're three kobolds, pretty small. Pretty what's the word you always say, Taylor? We're pretty squishy. Yeah, pretty squishy now. Right. So we're pretty squishy. As Taylor said, and so we were traveling along with because Xander down there is a pretty good cook. So we're traveling along kind of with this like animal seller circus kind of thing, which is actually how we met Jeff. And the circus kind of got jumped, and we all kind of got our asses kicked, and then Taylor there protected Jeff, and we kind of bonded with him, and then started teaching us stuff. And then one day, an egg like hatched out and had this pendant, and so like we put the pendant on, and all of a sudden, all three of us became this minotaur.
the pendant came from an egg.
Yeah, from Jeff. Jeff lays golden eggs. And Taylor will reach into the bag and pull out a golden egg. And Zane will be like, yeah, so pretty much we never know what's actually going to be in there. Kind of crack it and hope it's not bad. And cracked it and it was a pendant. Yeah, it cracked it and it was a pendant. Which then turned us into the Mensa. And people were less likely to mess with us because we're kind of big and scary. So on the head, Taylor there's the torso and Xander's the legs. So then we kind of learned how to fight, and here we are.
Okay, that's sure.
Yep.
And
Please don't tell other people. It's kind of like it doesn't really work if other people know we're just actually three kobolds.
I'll keep that to myself.
Appreciate that.
So, this doesn't answer my question of do you still want the,
Oh yeah, if they're still on the table, definitely.
I mean, you're all adults, right?
Oh yeah, we're quite old.
Okay. That does sure. I mean,
We're all adults.
I've
What
done
was that question?
I've done weirder things.
Oh, that's good. I can, yeah. I mean, I can. I think I can speak for all of us because, like, when we're in the kind of minotaur thing, we all can kind of like, in a weird way, all think and kind of. It's not really communicating, just kind of know how everyone feels, and I can say that we all would agree that we're here for it.
Right. You know what? You see, she just kind of like tries to struggle to like sit up. You can see like sitting up, just like she goes, "Oh, all right,
Oh, yeah, shouldn't do that. You kind of hit.
it's fine, it's whatever." So like, Is it? Who do I?
I mean, if you want, we can just go back into the mentor form. It's kind of like the same idea.
I mean, sure. Well, before you do that, yes, this isn't the weirdest thing I've ever done.
Oh,
You're all
that's
pretty
good.
cute.
Oh, thanks. Sure.
You seemed pretty chill, even like outside of the Minotaur thing and in it. So like, why not?
Right. All three of them are just gonna like high five each other.
Yeah, I mean, Mace seems down for it on the like.
This is
Sure.
my friend just died, and now we've got a partner.
That's
Right.
that's how
Do not
funerals work, right?
understand.
That is in fact how funerals work. I mean, according to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, this is how funerals work.
Exactly. Listen, that's how it goes. So like, I think we should. I'm not gonna kiss you, but like not in like a rude way, but more in like a we haven't even gone on a date kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, my friend did just die.
Also, your friend did just die, and it feels kind of weird that I don't want to like overstep, and it also feels like I just wanted to see where we stood.
I agree. Yeah, no, appreciate that. Feels good to tell you that what's going on.
Right. But I mean, we hit it off. I think we had a great time.
I did too. I was having a lot of fun.
Before the whole
Is dead friend thing, yeah.
before that,
Could I brought Dana? I'm not going to count that as a date because
yeah, I think
feel
it
like
kind of
dates
ended
shouldn't
before
end that
that.
way. Yeah,
So
I agree. Well, you should go back to rest. So I should stop bleeding everywhere.
yep.
Yeah.
Also, I think I should stop drinking rum. It's starting to really hurt my chest.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that. I can get Jeff if you want. Jeff is magical, and you could probably get more.
Nah, it's fine.
Right? I'm gonna put the pendant back on, so I poof back into Sailor Moon transform back into
There's a whole
Baxter.
montage.
There's a whole montage of like shoo and spinning and
You're
morphing into.
nude, and then your clothes slowly starts reappearing on
Yep.
you.
Just
Yeah.
like fur, just like we like
Flashing colors,
pop up and fur
rainbows.
poofs off. It's beautiful.
Yep.
What pose do you strike?
Oh, for sure, he's like, because Taylor controls the arms.
Yes.
Right.
But while that happened, Christelle, what were you doing during that beautiful exchange?
D&D is a reason just to date your friends, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Isn't that what it's here for?
If it's not, you're playing it wrong.
What was I gonna do? Certainly not flirt with you, sir.
You don't want to hang out with your toddler?
Oh.
No.
Oh no, that's just weird.
Not when you phrase it like that.
He is Yusur is sleeping. You can see as it like time passes over the course of the night, he is growing.
Maybe one day he'll be back to his true form.
Yeah, I just kind of hunker down and... Oh wait, no. I want to do one thing. I'm gonna set up the tent again.
You don't have to roll to cry, you just do it.
Exactly. It's not a
Oh
roll.
yeah, trust me, I already am. Set up the tent. Go to the kitchen. Did we ever switch back the coffees?
You did, and then Pumpkin secretly changed them around.
So I'm going to switch the experiment and the decaf again, not realizing that by switching them, I'm putting them back in the right places. I think it was.
I gotta see. I wrote down what the order was. They're not in the right spot.
I would switch decaf with experiment either way.
All right, so I think that would make experiment regular coffee, and decaf would become experiment. Let me check. But yeah, you are able to switch the coffees easily. I mean,
I like how we have to have notes on where the coffee grounds are in which containers because of how much I was fucking around with everything.
you were
And
just
then
swapping shit around.
attempt to make a decaf coffee.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
see. I believe that
The last time they had the experimental coffee, they grew bunny ears and had blue vision.
So, because I believe that would give you experiment coffee. So yeah, let me go grab my experiment coffee sheet.
Experiment coffee.
Experiment. Listen, it does random effects because it's experiment coffee. So let me grab my dice to roll for what it does. Ooh. So you said you're making Just one cup for yourself or for others?
Just one for or two. One for me, and then second one, I pour out whatever kind of sink or drain system there is.
Okay. So yours, you drink it, and where's scroll. Uh, you
What's my send off?
all food and drink within 10 feet of you becomes spoiled immediately.
Rip.
And consuming it causes 1d6 poison damage. So that includes the cup of coffee, technically, that you're drinking. So you just. Oh, what? You take 1 poison damage.
Is poison a disease?
I got the last joke.
Technically. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is like poisoned. It's, I guess, rotten food. Is rotten food a diseased food?
I don't know. I'm just asking because I have an immunity to disease because divine health.
Fair. I'm gonna say you can at least taste the difference. That it is, you can tell that it's gone bad immediately.
Not even just one decaf.
And then for the one you pour out, that's rotten, but still, I guess, it would still have the effects of it. But you immediately gain 10 temp HP. As all creatures within a 30-foot vicinity gain 10 temporary hit points for the one you poured out.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm sleeping off the temp HP.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, after that happens, I take down the tent again, just sleep in one of the hammocks.
Alrighty. So you all manage to sleep through the night. Is there a watch rotation, or are you guys just, you taking your sleeps?
We're just taking a night.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a pretty uneventful night. Nothing really nothing happens. You wake up in the morning, and when you do wake up, can I please have a wisdom save?
Oh no!
At
Every time!
At disadvantage, please. Yeah, it's not.
Every time, Squid!
I mean, it's a pretty consistent thing.
Every goddamn time!
Yeah, you don't takes.
Fucking disrespect.
Yeah, it's a no fun zone. This effect of a creature that I made.
Oh, I was muted. What did I miss?
Wisdom saves as they wake up.
Oh.
15. I'm sorry, wait. 14.
Jesus Christ, 28.
You both pass. It is, you wake up, it's, the same morning as ever. It's not that great. But it does take you just a brief second to remember a bit of what happened yesterday. You're up, it was awful. There's a moment where, like, both of you kind of just blank on where Pumpkin was in the battlefield. But you wake up and you go about the rest of your day.
Setting up the tent instantly, going into Ysir's study, writing down everything.
I'll go check on Christale. And I see the tent popped up again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you peek your head into Christale's room and you can see that the tent is open.
I'll head in and look around because I don't know where specifically they went, so I'll try and find them.
And where did you go, Christale?
Trying to find Ysir's study, or basically anywhere I can write something.
Yeah, I mean, you find Ysir's study pretty quickly. It is, right next to the kitchen, so.
Going straight in and starting to write.
Okay. And what are you writing down specifically? Just Pumpkin's name?
Pumpkin, everything that happened, how we met. Trying desperately, because I'm just like, oh, this does not feel right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm forgetting things I don't want to forget.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're able to write it down pretty easily. So, there's really, like, after that one brief moment, it's pretty quickly, like, you're writing things down.
I'm trying to solidify it, and then
But yeah,
uh,
nothing stops you from writing it down.
after I write it down, I'm gonna fold up the paper to where I can't see any of the writing and try unfolding it again.
Yep, so you fold it up completely. You can't see any of it. You open it. Writing is still there.
Just gonna shove it in my bag
Alrighty. And then
and just kind of sit in the study.
Baxter, you were looking for Christelle. I mean, you peek into the tent. You can see that the door to your sir's study is open.
Oh, okay, I'll head in there. Morning.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to clean out the fridge.
Why?
Last little hurrah. I didn't know that the coffees were switched again.
That sounds about right,
I tried to
actually.
re-switch so that I could just have a nice decaf for the night. I drank it and everything went rotten.
Where's the
Like,
fun in
you
that?
can smell it from here.
Yeah, that does not smell good. I was trying not to say anything. I just figured maybe you didn't shower or something.
Oh,
Or maybe
please,
you.
really think I'd be that bad?
I mean, technically, I think you also went down. So I wasn't sure this was like a slide effect or something.
Also, has Mr. Baby Man gotten up yet?
Oh god, I totally forgot that was a thing. Yeah. Kind
Yeah.
of some other stuff happened last night, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to come check on you.
Hmm. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, it really does. Is this what it's always like? I really haven't. I mean, I've been traveling for a while, but not quite like this.
I don't know if we're lucky or unlucky that we haven't experienced it like this before.
The captain could have made it seem like this was a normal thing. Like, really normal. I just, I'm sorry I couldn't protect, your pumpkin, really.
No, trust me, I did some stupid shit.
I was just kind of focused on taking the thing down. I probably should have gone back and.
I thought I was strong enough to handle it. Tried to take both blows. Instantly got fucking taken down. If I hadn't done that, even if Pumpkin, like, even if that was happening, if there was something I could have done sooner, instead of being just on my ass.
I mean, you did, though. I mean, you did the fire stuff. And. I mean, you tried.
You want to see fire stuff, go to the fucking training range.
I don't know what that means. Is there like a bonfire or something in the near?
Like, it's like down the hall to the left.
Right.
You'll smell the burning rubber of training dummies.
I will
All
say,
right.
the tent does smell kind of awful with rotten food and burnt rubber.
We should probably fix this for your sis back to like full height again.
When he's back, he'll fix it himself. That's what I bully him for, anyways. He knows how to do this shit.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go see if the old lug is up yet.
Right. Cheers. We should probably get some food. How long's this boat trip?
Should be done soon, I think.
Yeah.
It's too soon. Or too long.
You know it was supposed to be out of character, a couple of days.
Yeah.
You were very close to port. You just couldn't go on. You traveled pretty quickly underwater with your whale, but
we couldn't finish it up.
so this was the last leg.
I mean, yeah, too long sounds about right. No reason to stay for a long time on the boat, Teodale. For anything, Pied? Right?
Sorry, I didn't hear you because I was adjusting my
Oh,
headset.
it's no reason to stay on a boat for that long, for much longer than that. Yep, don't like it. No reason at all.
Never liked going over or underwater in the first place.
It's the worst. Totally. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We should go check on you, sir.
Yep. Let's go do that.
Also, when you woke up, you saw that Yasser had pretty much gotten to the age you remember him at.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you think and as you walk out of the tent, he's sitting up on his bed.
He rises.
I'm. I gotta stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda weird.
there's this possibility, in my existence that I can survive something like that.
I, I just wanted to make sure. I mean, that seemed pretty dangerous.
But still at the same time, I'd kind of prefer me getting over it than you turning into a baby again.
It doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's.
Yeah, but we're 2 for 2 already.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's fair. But I don't like you getting hurt. So,
Yeah. Don't drink the decaf coffee, by the way. We're not fixing that.
is is it regular coffee?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna need to replace everything in the fridge.
Wait, why? What did you do to my fridge?
I didn't do anything. Technically. Well, on a technicality, I guess I kind of did, but at the same time, I didn't.
I mean, then who?
We'll just say it's the last hurrah of the chaos.
Who's? Who's chaos?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh,
So we
right.
have some bad news. Yeah.
Pumpkins. I forgot for a moment.
Yeah. Which I guess that's something we should actually all discuss real quick. I don't think Pumpkin had any last rots that we knew of planned. I don't know what we want to do. I know technically Pumpkin had a deity thingy jig. I just don't know what the practices were. Really, what they were in general. I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, there was some weird things there.
Also, quick question. Where did you leave Pumpkin?
I put them back in their I covered them up and put them in their hammock.
Okay.
Wrapped them up so we could decide what to do. So I don't know. All of us probably have different traditions in some ways.
Yeah.
Weren't they? And you can see Ysur's struggling to recall anything really, as they're talking about Pumpkin. Where didn't?
I'll take out the note that I made of all the important things. Now, I wrote this not 10 minutes ago. If there's nothing on here, what the fuck is happening? And I'm gonna unfold it and hold it up for all of us to see.
There's still writing on there.
And it's everything that I had written about our memories of Pumpkin.
Yep, it is the same information you wrote 10 minutes ago.
There you go.
Oh, why don't you just use the book?
don't know what the fuck you do with your book and all that shit.
No, well, I guess if they've passed
The
on,
book. The
then
book.
their book is probably
Baxter, I threw the book at you last night. Where is it?
I was a little distracted. Probably on the deck of the ship.
I'm going for the book.
And if Jeff grabbed it, Jeff,
What?
did you grab the book?
What?
Yeah, didn't think so. We didn't grab it.
I'm just going out to the deck to get the book.
You go up to the deck and you do see there is someone holding it. You do see, so like the deck is pretty empty. It has been cleaned up. You can see that there's patching on the wood of the like mast itself where Mace had swung her axe. And you do see that there is just someone sitting, flipping through a book, and you can see it's Trilef. They are just sitting there, flipping through. You can't fully tell, but you get a peek at the cover and see that it is the book you are looking for.
I'm gonna need that back.
Oh, this was just
Yes.
sitting.
That was rage throw last night.
I can understand it. How'd you do this? And you see they sort of flip open to the last pages, and you can see it is still dripping ink. But you see now as they flip open, it is not just the one page, the other page is now dripping ink. So where before it was one, it is now 2 pages. I go, how'd you make, is that like a permanent thaumaturgy or?
Not my style of book, I'd have to ask.
What? Oh, your wizard friend. I forgot they do the magic.
Yeah.
So how do you? What is this, like some kind of fiction thing or?
I honestly don't know. I picked up random books in the library and started throwing.
Make a deception check.
Oh, good. Customer service gives me a proficiency in this.
Fair.
That's a 23.
They sort of look at you and then look at the book and look at the title. Go, huh? Interesting throw. But hand it over to you.
I'll just kind of turn it over to look. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you and your friend.
Listen, it's a tent that pops up out of nowhere. There's an endless pit of books. It leads you to random rooms. There are cats.
You see, the more you describe it, like the shinier their eyes get. They're just like, oh, so it's like a magic thing.
Yeah, so I guess it kind of just led me to the book or something. I don't know.
Huh. Useful. Where you
Don't try it.
try? What?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my roost.
It's a good call.
And you see they just sort of fly up to the crow's nest.
Just heading back in with the book.
Alrighty. But yeah, I will say, you immediately notice. So where before the night before it had only had 1 page that had sort of dripping ink. Now you see 2,
Oh, God.
and you can see as you're walking, it feels heavier. The book itself.
Just heading in and letting the non-coalescing ink splatter as I just kind of slam it back on the little hammock, on my hammock,
Mhm.
and just look at the other two.
What deal is it? Is it the book? Was it
It's the book.
leaking?
Yeah, explain that one.
And sort of looks at it in confusion. Goes, Well, it's not supposed to do that.
Yeah, no shit. Typically, the ink is supposed to stay on the page.
Yep, that's usually how books go. That's new to me. Maybe it's
Whole
not new to me.
section. The whole section. Wait. Bird Brain started enjoying the idea of your tower. So I feel like we need to have a quiet conversation.
Okay. Do
So we're going into. We're staying here,
I say in the tent.
right? Are we taking everything, or just us in the book?
I mean, not to be rude, but like they are pirates, and if they want to start snooping, yeah, it's just. Also, maybe we could just leave the tent up the whole time.
Chuck all our shit in the doorway. We're fine.
Yeah. Do we also want to move? Just put everything in there. Yeah.
Just
Right. I will go pick up Pumpkin and carry them into the tent.
You move the blanket back to pick up Pumpkin, and there is nothing there. It's sort of like, so you had wrapped Pumpkin up, and now it's just kind of a lump of blankets.
get in the tent.
Yep. I will take the blankets and go into the tent.
Yep. So you all gather into the tent, and you sort of make sure to like close the flap behind you. And he goes, actually, I should. And he just steps out really quick and grabs a piece of that chalk, and just sort of makes a little circle around the tent, and then steps back in. Goes, okay, just for safety reasons.
I'm going to try and say this as calmly as possible, without sounding very angry. Right? Where the fuck is Pumpkin?
I wish I knew.
Can I look through the blanket lump to see if there's any clue of what might have happened?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation.
Is your
13 plus 5. I want you to
18.
know it. Thank you. It rocked back and forth between 13 and 1 a few times. I was very anxiety ridden there for a moment. 18.
You sort of like start unraveling. You'd like taken great care to like swaddle Pumpkin, so now you are sort of unraveling them and unraveling the blankets. And as you do, there's not really anything in there. You can see what looks to be, when you finally get to the sort of last layer, like a stain of ink inside the blankets. But otherwise, there is nothing in there. It is as if Pumpkin ceased. There was nothing there. No body. They just ceased to exist.
Izzy shows up for 1 second.
Poof.
Yeah, I forgot I was muted. I said, but I'm right here.
But I'm right here. Do. Is it stuff in the book actually Pumpkin?
I don't know. Yes, sir. Any almighty knowledge? Fucking
I know
nerd.
goo.
You are Goop.
You goober.
Goofy Goober.
Fuck.
He sort of goes, I don't. This doesn't usually happen. I've never That doesn't happen. I've never seen that before. I mean, I can look at my notes and look in the library and see if I can find anything. I j- um I should probably look in the library.
You should head out of the tent, remember? It's not good if you're in here and someone closes it up.
I mean, we could all stay in here.
Just what happens if the tent closes while you're in here with us?
Well, I'm not. It was more of a problem before when I didn't have any kind of points to like the fact that the rest of his body is more fleshy and like he's no longer a sort of just on fire lump of coal.
Hmm.
He's like, well, now it's better. I won't like get crushed to death. So
But
that
I
was
would
a
also
problem
still
before.
prefer, like, someone out there to make sure that we don't get squished up and teleported somewhere else.
Okay. So I'll go stay out there
Someone
then.
stands watch. We go look for the books.
Okay. You should probably look through all of them. My notes might have something in there.
Your notes are indecipherable.
Right. Yeah.
You are worse
Um.
than a doctor.
Fair. Well, you can use, and he hands over the like monocle that is for comprehend languages, but it's just for his awful handwriting.
Thank you. Just
Um.
cradling it.
That should help. I'll go outside and keep an eye out. You should
Okay.
take him. Also, if you need to take a moment, you don't have to look right now. You can I, mourn or breathe or anything like that.
I'll mourn when I get a fucking explanation for this shit.
Okay. That makes sense.
You're gonna need to fix your training area later.
I have a training area.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of burned up.
Oh, that's. Okay.
We'll
So,
talk
so
later.
he had a training area?
I mean, you still do. It's just kind of like, melty dummies.
Is that what smells bad? The burnt
And
rubber?
rotten food.
The what?
I said the rotten food.
Oh,
You're gonna need to replace everything in that fridge. Told you.
I have so much food in there.
We'll get
He
more.
had.
It's a bag. The fridge is a bag of holding. Oh, it's a box of
Oh,
holding.
well, you're gonna need to hold some new food.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get it. That's a lot of food.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go outside and give you guys a moment.
I love him, but he's a dipshit.
You
Let's see
just
if this helps. And I'm
you.
gonna use the monocle and try, like, probably before he's not even out the door is
Yeah, I
when
was
we
gonna
say
say
that.
you say that, and he's like, I didn't even make it out the door. He's like, well, yep, and just steps outside.
I just give a thumbs up. I'm gonna put
So
on
we
the monocle
just.
and try and see if there's anything happening on these 2 pages.
Okay, I'll
Like if
give
it
you that.
shows anything.
And then Baxter, what were you saying?
I was just gonna ask if there are any specific books. Are there any like specific books we're looking for, or just read more in pumpkin side of the library, or
I
I don't. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff.
I tried flipping through Pumpkin's column at the library. Maybe try looking in the pit library, see if there's anything about ink dripping from books or
All right,
unfinished stories.
I will take off my medallion. So there's the three of us.
I will give each of you three a low 5 as you pass.
Right, right, right.
Alrighty, so the three of you head off to research there. Christelle, the sort of what is it? What is the word? So you are looking with the magnifying, the not the magnifying monocle.
Monocle.
That was
Monica.
I couldn't remember it for the life of me. You're looking through the monocle, and as you're flipping through the pages, more and more of them are becoming ink. The monocle isn't revealing anything, but the further, like, you are going from, like, the back of the book forwards, and each page you flip through turns to ink.
If I start picking up on that trend, I'm gonna stop flipping.
Alrighty. You as you pause, the pages themselves pause in their sort of transformation into ink, but you've gotten a good halfway through the book.
And if I go back again, can I still read the things that were on the previous pages?
The ones that are now ink,
Yeah.
no, you cannot. They are completely covered. In like the pages themselves have turned completely black and are dripping with ink.
Great. I'm gonna keep it open, put it on like the closest table area,
Mm-hmm.
open, put like rocks on top of it so none of the pages like flutter, and
So,
then head into the Endless Pit Library.
when you put a rock on the page that is like regular words, it just sits there. But when you put a rock on the page that is completely ink, the rock sinks into it. Just disappears right into it.
Okay, just the rock page, I guess.
Also, I will say, distantly in a void of pure darkness, rocks start falling around you, Pumpkin. In that void of pure darkness and inky nothingness, there's just random rocks falling out of nowhere. And then Baxter, you said you had split up so that you could cover more ground in researching.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so that will be an investigation check.
Do you want 3 or just like 1 and it counts for everyone?
Let's just do one to count for
Okay.
all of them to make it easy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Investigation. That's a 10. 5 plus 5.
Woo! The
Wait,
three.
real quick. Sorry.
Mhm.
So technically, I have advantage to recall. Oh, I guess I don't know if I'm recalling information when you look for around for clues or make decisions based on the clues. I was just
I will
saying, because I think I have advantage when I'm doing something, but it might not be.
Is it specifically for like recalling information on?
Yes, when you look around for clues or make deductions based on those clues, you make an intelligence check. You might deduce the location of hidden object, disarm. That's blah blah blah. Pouring through the ancient scrolls in search of hidden fragment of knowledge might also be intelligence check. But advantage to recall information about fae, fiends, or undead. Part of my hunter's bane,
Mhm.
which is the blood hunter.
Okay, and I will say this is not.
I don't think it counts, but I was just worth asking just in cases.
Yeah, you can no. I'll say that counts. You don't know it, but it will count.
Oh, so let me see if I get anything better.
Like
No,
you
that's a
don't know.
natural 1. 10.
All right, let's stick with that 10. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is. You the three of you have split up. It's a bit hard just because you're not exactly sure what it is you're looking for.
Okay.
So you are able to find like you're going through books on like yeah, you find some things about like ink monsters or like summoning creatures out of um like find a lot of information about like a scribe wizard finding summoning a creature out of ink, pulling something from the ether, making constructs out of ink. But you don't find anything about books themselves turning to ink.
Okay.
Oh.
Once as I look and don't find anything after a while, I'll just go back to Crystal and be like, at least Bartwell. Just be like, didn't really find anything. A bit the books. There's a lot of stuff about like constructs and like there's some type of wizard person who can make ink monster things, and but nothing like books. Certainly, just like blech, and seeing the ink.
This isn't meant to be an insult, but how high on the shelves can the three of you reach when you're split apart like that?
Oh, not very high. Yeah, we're pretty sure, but we're good at climbing.
Do you want me to go
Something.
check the higher bookshelves?
I mean, I guess technically we could be in for back once we
Yeah.
get there to one.
If you do that, you could also pick me up, and I can look on even higher shelves.
That's true. I mean, they're all ladders. I feel like there are ladders in the library.
There is one. Mostly, you can see it was kind of built for maybe someone who can fly.
Nah, never mind. I mean,
But there
yeah,
is one ladder that kind of like moves across. The place that you
yeah.
can't get to without flight is the pit of books. But the rest of it, there is a ladder to get to the higher shelves.
Mhm.
I mean, we kind of used the ladder and moved it around a lot. It took a little bit of time, so it probably took me a while. And really didn't find much stuff. Sorry, we're not very good at this. We're not the
Hey, you guys are doing what you can.
smartest paints in the world.
Um, you know, I I'm just gonna go look too, just to double check.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Because also I can decipher the chicken scratch.
Oh yeah, perfect. I can bamf back. Let me just
Yeah.
gather the other two, and I can always help lift you up.
I might actually need you guys split apart to do something else for me. Or
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
one of
totally
you.
fine. Oh yeah, if we're split apart at all, any one of us then doesn't work.
Just someone to keep the book open over there. And I point to where it is on the table.
Oh yeah, no, I can hold this open. I'll watch it.
Because
Taylor
the
and
more pages I turn, the more ink it becomes. Don't test it. Just take me
all
on my
right.
word.
Okay. Yeah. I won't turn any pages. Xander and Taylor still in the library if you need them for anything.
Sounds good.
Bart, you
Thanks.
do see that there is the book sitting there, which is one rock holding the regular page open, and the other one is sort of like half open. It's doing the thing where like a book hasn't been bent enough to fully stay open, but it's mostly open.
Okay. I will watch to make sure the pages don't no more pages turn or anything.
Thanks, Bart.
Hey, cheers.
I'm gonna head into the pit library.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna start looking too.
That will be another investigation check. And Xander and Taylor, you were looking around. Are you still looking around, or are you just?
I feel like we would have once Bart left to go, like inform Cristal of our findings. They would just kind of be like hang in there for for the next round of instructions.
15 for my investigation.
Alrighty. You are able to pull down some books. It is a little hard to find something about books turning to ink again. That is a bit of a struggle of just finding anything of books turning to ink. You do see that there might be something in the like journals. Like you don't see anything in those the official what looks like published novels, but you pull down one of Yasser's journals from what looks about like 800 years ago or so, and just flip through it, and you
An
see.
old coot.
Yep, and this there is you can sort of tell that like there are certain versions of Yasser where like the personality is a little different and their interactions are a little different. This one, it's not. Their notes are a little easier to read, but much more annoying. Like this, Yasser you think might be have been a little full of themselves and more on the like, I'm the best wizard out there. Um, But you can see that there is a brief mention at in one of the notes that that they had encountered a sort of blob like ink creature in a grotto, and that it had tried to drag them into a pond. And that when they touched it, they felt forgetful, like they couldn't remember their companions that they were with. But that is the most mention you see of it. You don't see anything about books turning to ink, but you do see something about the ink creature.
Okay. I'm gonna close that one up. I'm gonna let Xander and Taylor take a read for it.
Oh, yeah.
Here, guys. Play nice. Share the monocle.
Right. I can do that. Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna go let Isur know that I found something and let him tag in while I keep watch.
Alrighty. You step towards the right out of the tent, and the moment you sort of like open the flap, you can hear voices as he starts going. It's just kind of like a private place that we. I mean, I know you're like a friend, but we just need. Hi. And you see, you sir and Mace are talking. Mace goes,
Hi.
hey, you friend says I can't come into your room or in your tent, so
Yeah, sorry. We just kind of set this up. It's a little bit of investigation into what happened to our friend.
makes sense, I guess. I mean, can I talk to Baxter then, or are they like not? Are they not available, or?
Hey, hothead.
Huh? Yeah.
Go tell the three to merge. Meet me out here. They're taken up. And then I'll come in and talk with you about what I found.
Okay. That's yep. Huh? Yes. You see, he just sort of like rushes inside, and he pauses at you, Bart, and goes, You're, I, I think your girlfriend wants to talk to you."
Oh, right. Yeah, cool. Hold on. Let me get the other two.
Right? Yeah. So I was told to get the three of you.
Yeah, don't. You might want to watch the book. Don't let the pages turn. Apparently, the ink keeps spreading.
Wait, really?
Uh,
And you see he flips one of the pages, and it
no.
immediately turns, and he goes, "Oh, that's okay.
I'm
That's
going to tell Crystal you did that, so I don't get blamed for it.
no, that wasn't okay.
Don't turn another page. It turns to ink.
Okay, that's fine. You should.
I'll, I'll yeah, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna just stare at this.
I will go and gather the other two and Sailor Moon transform, furry transform.
There's a montage again.
I would be probably waiting in the doorway,
Hmm.
like at the little flaps, waiting for Baxter, and just kind of give Mace like a little. Just give me
Uh,
a second.
you see, Mace can't cross the little circle of chalk
Hmm.
that you search through. So you are at like is a good like 6 feet from you. Social distance.
Sorry, just give me 1 sec.
Yeah. No, it's cool. You see, she's just sort of like toes at the chalk, just out of like not out of malice, more like
Hmm.
pure confusion of like, what is that?
Yeah, trust me, it's fucking weird.
That's okay.
Okay,
Um,
anyways, I'll be right back. They'll be right out.
cool.
And I'm gonna head in, wait for Baxter.
I'll, like finish transforming.
Pause you right before you leave.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Listen. I know all about crazy teens who want to go and do stuff. Just make sure you keep an eye out here, okay?
Yeah. No. I mean, they kind of understand that there's some shit going on. So
Yeah,
no
but just
worries.
like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you here. It's Bird Brain that was more interested than anyone else. So just make sure that they're not trying to, like, meddle in anything.
All right. I'll keep an eye out. I'll try to at least.
Right.
Oi, oi.
Go have fun, you wild kid. Not gonna say that one because you're not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Just gonna head and find you, sir.
I will step out of the tent.
Alrighty. Baxter, you step out of the tent and you see Mace kind of perks up a little bit.
Hi. Good morning. How you feeling
Hey,
today?
much better. You see, bandages are gone. She still has a couple around her arms, but she's not on her like chest or her face, anything like that. But she is still wearing the like half shirt she usually wears, which is it's just muscles. It's just like a 6 pack. It's mostly to show off the 6 pack.
I'm not even mad.
She goes, "No, I mean, how are you good?"
Nope, feel like trash. I mean, like I'm like it's kind of a weird mix of feelings because, like, I'm like happy, but at the same time, I feel bad about being kind of happy about stuff, and then I feel really sad because my friend's dead, and then I'm really confused about being like both at the same time. It's a lot going on here, and times that by 3, it's a it's like a whole lot thing.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't get exactly what you're going through, but I can understand. It's
Yeah,
guilt's
appreciate
a
that.
guilt's a bad one. Well, I mean, it's you guys seem kind of busy, so I'm not gonna interrupt or whatever.
Oh no, it's totally fine. I'm happy you're here.
Just wanted to let. I mean, Captain says we're gonna be in port in about 2 days, so
Oh,
he
that's
figured
fast, huh?
we should speed some things up with everything that happened.
Right.
Gotta try, let's actually put in some work, change the winds to get us there faster.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I
I
mean,
mean,
keep
don't
being
I
cute.
don't uh it? I can try.
I mean, you're already doing it, so it's fine. But I also, like out of the whole ship stuff, I wanted to give you one of these, and she pulls something out of her pocket and sort of hands you a like smooth stone with a glowing blue rune at the center of it.
Oh, I will take it.
And she goes, right. So, I mean, my contract's not up for a while, and I really, like the open sea. But you
Yeah.
and your friends seem kind of busy, and like you might have stuff to do on land. So, I mean,
We do, but I mean, I'm kind of a fan of the ocean too.
well, 2 days isn't really that long, and afterwards, what are you gonna do? So I figured she just sort of speaks into the stone, and you hear it pop out of the other one. Cause
Oh,
like
that's really cool.
I figured, this might be nice.
Yeah, can you do it like multiple times a day, or it's like a one time a day kind of thing, or whenever?
I mean, sort of like there's a limit on like how many words you can say.
Right?
Only
Okay.
5, but I got this. Is a bit of an expensive one, and I had Trilef add some changes. So like usually you can only do it once a day, but this is kind of whenever.
Or that's really exciting. I
So
wouldn't say no to be able to talk to you multiple times.
so like whenever you're want to chat or you're in the mood or you're just want to see each other, uh, this is it. If it breaks though, that's kind of a problem. So if mine breaks, yours breaks, we
Oh,
can't
yeah, I
keep
don't.
talking.
I can. I'll like protect it. It's like I don't want to say my life because it seems a little dark right now.
No, also don't like if it comes between being alive and like a rock, don't pick the rock.
Okay, got it. And
So
would you like to get like? So I know it's probably a little late for breakfast because we were trying to figure some stuff, but maybe like dinner or something
yeah,
tonight.
we can get have like a redo of the date the
That'd be great. Let's take a little less goo out of the
yeah.
dinner pot.
I think
Great.
I'd like that. So
I do. Yeah.
same like later tonight,
Yeah. Just
same time.
if I'm not out here, you can just give me a holler and I can come out. I'm sorry about the tent. It's not really mine. I don't
Ah,
really have like say.
I don't really. It's fine. It's not my ship. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, if it was mine, I'd definitely let you in to check it out, but it's not. And I mean, my parents always told me if it's not mine, I really can't invite people in.
That's fair. I mean, that is if you want to keep like certain fae or vampires out. That's always safest. But
Yeah. Plus, Christelle kind of scares me, so I wouldn't want to do something that gets me in trouble with them.
valid. They seem kind of upset right now. I mean, in like an understandable way.
Definitely. Yeah, but they do scare me. Just a little bit. I know, like I'm bigger than them, but they can
It's
do some like crazy fire stuff, and
fire's always the
so yeah,
well.
like. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Get it.
So, I mean, I'll leave you to, I don't know what you guys are doing in there, but whatever that is.
To be really honest, I don't really know myself. I'm just kind of going along doing what I'm told.
Fair.
Yeah, you be safe. Let me know if you need anything or need any help. But I don't know about. Usually we just travel under the water when we're traveling. Kobold's water thing. It's kind of a
Right, that's because of the city. Oh,
yeah.
is that your home? Was that where we picked you up? Your home?
Technically, it's like a really long story. I can tell you tonight if you want to hear it. Don't
That's
have a
I'll
good
wait.
like relationship with it.
I understand
Uh,
that.
yeah, that's why I kind of left. But I can tell you more about that tonight. But usually I'm not used to boats, other than seeing the bottom of them.
I suppose that would make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But all right.
So we all have a good time. Gosh, probably get back.
All right. Well, you see, she just sort of talks into the stone, goes, "Well, if you need anything,"
Yeah,
and you just
yeah,
hear,
we good day.
"Yep." All right. And she just kind of walks off and leaves you to your
I'll watch her walk away and be like, "Oh, I have no game whatsoever."
tail is swishing as she walks.
Yeah, it's wild. I'll sit back in the tent and break apart and like high five myself.
Alrighty. Okay. So again, while that moment was happening, Christelle, what were you doing?
Fun fact: this is how Liz actually flirts in real life.
So
So
I'm assuming Sir is still at the ink book.
He was just staring at it.
I would just walk right past, head to the Endless Pit library, get the monocle, the book about the forgetful
Oh,
adventure,
yeah.
bring it in, monocle up. Remind me to never let you get an ego.
Okay.
Whatever time period this was, you sound like an asshole.
Oh, that was my
Like
cool
more
guy
so than usual.
face. I was when was that?
I don't fucking know. Do you like date these things?
Yes, all of them meticulously.
Yeah, well, your chicken scratch leads me to believe not really.
You do see there is
Now
a
I will
date.
actively look for the date.
There is a date. In the top
Totally
corner.
masking the fact that I just didn't look last time. I think you said 800 years ago?
Yes.
So I just. Oh.
Yeah, but
800 years to humble yourself.
that's. I mean, stuff happens. Sometimes you hang out with people who are like that. I mean, I don't know
Well,
I
I'm
don't know
glad
who's my
that you're
party.
not like that now.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Alright, but this is what I got. This is all that I could find.
Well, I mean, maybe is any is there anything else in there? Any names? Maybe does it say where I saw this thing?
Some kind of grotto.
Does it have a name?
Gonna look again.
And it does have a name. Well, so you see, there are multiple parts in the notes. Like it's not the name isn't right where it's originally written. You see, it's a little bit further where it just says the original note is like some shitty grotto, and then later on it's like you see there's a note that says it does have a name. And the name of it is Fatisia's Grotto.
Fatisia's grotto.
Fatisia. Fatisia. Is that yes?
Fatisia's grotto. Ring a bell?
Um, it might to you, the player, but not to your character.
Oh yeah. That's Christelle asking a sir.
Oh, he goes, no, no, I don't really have any memories from that time because it was 800 years ago and I died and I didn't get my memories back.
Fair enough.
So, but we could find it. It's probably mentioned somewhere
Yeah,
in
it's
one of
gotta be
my
on some
books.
map.
Oh yeah, on a map or in one of the books or someone might just know where it is. Oh,
Right?
goodness gracious. Your camera
Oh,
fixed. But I mean, I could go look at a map.
can you? You know,
Yes.
sometimes you're bad with directions.
I'm. I've never been bad with directions. Okay, I can go look at a map. There's a magic
Never,
one.
never.
I mean, probably once. I'll
Don't
go,
say never. I could probably find some kind of
I'll go look at a magic one that like
contradiction.
is correct all the time. I
Okay.
think I'll just yeah. Easy just goes like there's a magic. Okay.
He's just gonna kind of tug him by just the fabric of his sleeve.
Oh
Just gonna, hey,
yes.
you okay?
It. Yeah. Mostly. So
Mostly.
I mean, it's not like every day that you see your dad, and then he turns into a giant goo monster, and then you fight him underwater, and he tries to kill you, and then he comes back to life as a separate uh, goo monster, and then you do actually kill him, but he killed one of your friends, and then also killed someone you really cared about, so that doesn't usually happen a lot, not that I know of.
You're really gonna make me do this, aren't you?
No.
Just gonna give him a hug.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hit me.
Not always an asshole.
You're
Just
not.
when you deserve it.
Okay.
Just gonna
That's
flick his ear.
you know what? I never mind. I reject this hug. I should go
Okay.
look at that map. I don't
Go find that
actually.
map.
And he
Go
just goes,
actually course
hug.
correct us.
Right. I'm gonna go look at a map. And you see he sort of disappears down the hall. And just sort of like walks off. He like turns a corner and then just keeps going.
Just gonna watch the book kind of flop down on
I'll
one
be
of the
back.
kitchen
I'm just gonna
chairs.
go get cigarettes, is what he was saying. And then,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know.
Just gonna flop down on one of the kitchen chairs. Just be like, man, I really wish I could find the cat room right about now.
Meow. There's just a small cat wandering.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a cat under here.
Please scoop kitty.
See if I can get him.
Huh?
He's gonna be very mad.
He's incredibly upset about it. But there is a
He will
cat
be.
wandering around.
Can I borrow you real quick, sir? Come out from under the desk, baby. Whoa!
Oh, baby.
Jesus.
A little baby. But there is one of the cats that, free roams the hallways. Just sort of wandering past.
Just jealous. I want the cat room someday.
Listen, someday you'll open the door in the right configuration and get either the cat room or the dog room. Who knows?
That's
One
a
of
long
the
way.
two best rooms.
That's it on my end, though. I'm just staring at the
Alrighty.
book.
So yeah, as you are looking into the book, and I will say, Baxter, as you are having your little high five party with yourself over um, having a successful conversation with your paramour, Jeff is making, by the way, little sparkles around you every time you high five.
Chief, you see that? See that?
Wah, wah, wah,
I know. Yeah, the day advice you've given us before has worked pretty well. As
wah.
myself, I didn't try and didn't tell her, I don't know, I was a banker or whatever, or see us come from money, but I didn't. Self?
Wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Give me a stem sitting so I can talk.
But yeah, as the oh my eye, as you are having your like high five party and like excited over the prospects of your date tonight, and Christelle, you are uh debating about grabbing one of the cats and thinking maybe if I just open the door again, it will be the cat room. Pumpkin, you are unfortunately deceased.
Dead.
Dead. That is where we
Passed away.
that is where we're
I
gonna
have passed away.
oof. That is where we're gonna end our session. Thank you all for joining us.
On that happy note,
Listen, a happy note. That's where we're gonna end it. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Hope to see you again tomorrow for Aldrich.
I thought you said, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm DMing tomorrow.
You
Earlier,
are.
right? What time?
Yes.
What time?
The
7 Central.
7 Central.
7.
Central. Cool. Yep. Yay, DMing.
Woo. We will see you tomorrow for another.
Catch you on the flip side.
Oof.
And I can't die in tomorrow's episode.
Oh, but we still can.
Yep.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'll figure that out.
we good.
You ready for it?
Oh.
I am.
Well, on that extra happy note,
Woo. Yeah. This was a super happy session.
Yep.
I love
The
crying
happiest.
on the internet.
Yep. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Catch you on the flip
Good
side.
night. Catch you on the flip side.
Woo.